Peace, 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 peace. What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY. Back with another one, I Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know, I am Junes, the original for the Bantus, by blood, not by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the what? With the word. I want to give all praise and glory to the Father, Sonini, Nanini. Yes, that is the Father's name. That I am in the East Coastal language, which he wrote on the walls in Daniel 5, verse 25. And also our big brother spoke that. Your Savior, who you guys so-called call, your Savior spoke that in Matthew 27, verse 46. Let's give a round of applause for that. Yes. And we're gonna have a good one today, man. You know at these times is the times where I come out and I bring forth truth. Hold on, let me make sure the audio is up to par. The levels. Okay, turn this up just a little bit. The levels. Okay, this is the time where we sit down and we go through we go through the word. You know what I'm saying? We go through the word and we uncover the truths and also depict the lies and the interjections that was literally placed in this book right here to lead you astray. And before I even get into that, I want brothers and sisters to understand something, right? Because we got this wrong perception of what the Father meant when he said, meditate day in, day out on my word. That word that he wants us to meditate day in and day out on is the foundation, understanding, appreciation, and adapting to keeping the laws according to the Father. Okay? A lot of brothers are so precept driven that their main focal point is to write down and remember all types of precepts when it overrides the main purpose. The main purpose is to understand, to keep the laws. Okay? Our big brother came on the scene. He says to love me or to love the Father is to keep the laws. Okay? The extra stuff you get inside the word is our downfall. It's messengers or prophets walking on the scene, warning the people about what they was doing wrong. And what they was doing wrong was they was not keeping the law. Okay? When our big brother was walking around, healing, protecting, and bringing the brothers back to life, what was the first thing he told them after they was healed? He says, sin no more. So when you tell somebody to sin no more, you're telling that person to keep the laws. For what is sin? The transgression of the law. And the reason why I'm saying this is the reason why for Semba's conversation, the characteristics of a Pharisee will not get you into the kingdom. I repeat, the characteristics of a Pharisees, a Sadducees, or you even got it in your mind to be a high priest will not get you into the kingdom. Okay? And we're going to uncover these Pharisaical characteristics. What are they? How are you able to identify these individuals with such characteristics, and you'll understand why our big brother, or should I say your savior, why he said what he said in Matthew 5 verse 20. We're going to get into that. So, we just setting up the stage as always. Right? Let me get to these scriptures. Hold on. Let me make sure this is out first. Okay. Let's get to the scriptures. I have everything written down. Of course, we're going to go to John. Every December has to start off with John. John chapter 8, verse 32. Let me put my mic out. Make sure you guys can hear me. Chapter 8, verse 32. And let me pull this up. Hold on. Let me share my screen with you guys. Hold on. It's not what we want. This is what we want. There we go. Okay? Verse 32 says what? And ye, you, them, us, the people, the nation, the world shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Now, when you hear the word free, there's only one people on the face of this earth that's not free. Yes. Only one people on the face of this earth that's not free. Okay? And we're not talking about the low grade freedom. We're talking about the totality of freedom. Okay? So only one people on the face of this earth. Okay? China sits at the high table. Okay? Russia sits at the high table. Iran, all of these people sit at the high table. Even some people in Africa, but we all know that those Africans that are sitting at those seats are from the seed of Esau. We know that. See, Lucifer is going to, how should I say this, break bread with the ones that participated in our demise. Yes, Esau is a black man. Esau was never European. All of these is fabricated lies that they have infused into brothers' heads and minds and souls to allow them to be amongst you. Okay? So they can hide who they really are. The seed of Cain. Ham after the flood. Yeah. Buckingham Palace. Pay attention. Hammersburg, pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. Hamburger, pay attention. Ham sandwich, pay attention. They've always told you who they was. But it's just us being naive. Even the name changed with Abraham. But I digress. Let's continue. He said, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Okay? Everything that comes out of the Repent or Die podcast, anything, Samba conversation, regular podcast lives, or just me uploading videos, anytime you see me speak, just know the conversation is always to set us free. Free from the lies, the deception, the confusion, the separation, the division, the head-on collision, the highway that was purposely put there to send us directly to hell. So you will know this truth. You will get this truth. And this truth, you pray on it and ask the Father to allow it to set you free. Because I'm not here to bring forth foolishness. I'm here to bring forth this truth, because this truth is what we need as the children of Akobi, or for the ignorant people, for the children of Jacob. We need to be set free. And I'm the one that's going to be blowing the trumpet saying, let my people go. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Let's go to Hosea 4 and 6. Hold on. I don't like this Bible. Let me get the regular King James, because this is going to be going too much. Where was I? Hosea 4. You see this? Hosea 4 and 6 says what? My people. Let's take this word people out. Because when you put this word people, anybody can refer to this scripture. So let's put it to this proper perspective. Let's just say, my children are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because they have rejected knowledge. Our Father, also will also reject us, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the laws of your father. I will also, look, you see what I'm saying? Look, I will also forget his children. See? So we're going to take people out. Anytime you see the word people is a secret word that they use to include for anybody. Look at all those people over there. See, when you say look at the people over there, you don't know who is it pertaining to. People can be a whole people, a bunch of trainees can be a bunch of people. Bunch of transformers, fishermans are the people. Nah, we're not doing that. Let's put it in the proper perspective. My children, his children, we are his children, and we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. But people's gonna say, well, that's not right. What do you mean, his children? We are all his children. No. Let me go. I'll come back to this. The Spirit is working. Let's go. Let's go to Luke. Okay? We're gonna start off with 38, right? Look at this. It says, which was the son, you see this? Of Enos, which was the son of Steph, which was the son of Adam. You see, as you can see, right? Pay attention. You got to know how these people are. You notice that Cain is not here, because Cain was never the son of Adam, was never the son of the Father. Look, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of the Father. We take the word God out. Okay? God is fallen deities. We know that. Everybody want to be a God. And our Father, or the creator for some, is superior than all things. So I would never reference him as God. You call him what he is. He is your Father. Respect him as your Father. Don't call. Would you call your father by his tag name? You know, I would never call my father by his tag name. My sons couldn't. My sons can't call me by my tag name. Think my son gonna be like, "Yo, June, what's up? What's up?" No, are you dumb? It's dad, and that's the same thing for us. See, this Western world has made it seem like we can say whatever we want as long as we have our own meanings to it. That's not how things go. We gotta kill all of that. Okay? Refer to him for what he is. He is your father. And I'm just showing it to you right here. Okay? Okay? And I could show you how they try to interject Cain. You see? See how they try to introduce Cain here? On 37. And then when you go up on 36, you see Cain again. You see how they do it? See, when you unwoke and you unlearned, you don't understand. See, these are interjections. This is how they try to blend their lineage amongst us. They're not of the Father. Because when you read in the beginning Genesis, Adam had two children. That's what they told you, right? It was Cain and Abel. Abel was killed. Steph was there. Cain was still alive. But that's another lesson in itself. Shout out to the big bro for this awakening and understanding behind that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you guys don't even know the classes that I be attending, man. Hey, listen. Man. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 1:9. You know how we know where we going with it. All right? It says the things that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there's nothing new under the sun. So we need to always know that everything that you see going on now with brothers' perspectives and how they view things and how they conduct themselves, there's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing new, and I understand why there's nothing new. You understand? I understand. You must understand why there's nothing new. There's no sin that you can commit that the Father hasn't seen. There's no lie that you can tell that the Father hasn't heard. There's no foolishness that you have done that the Father have not been witness to. Nothing. Nothing. How long our big brother been dead? How long the prophets? How long Cain? How long Abel? How long all of these things occur? And everything that we can do is nothing new. The only difference between then and now is back then, everybody had a high fear of the Father. Everybody knows disrespecting the Father was like playing Russian roulette. Going against the Father. See what you guys don't understand is the Father doesn't just penalize you. He gives the ground, the earth, the people, his children, the opportunity to correct the wrong. When it doesn't get corrected and it doesn't get checked at the door, he then take matters into his own hands. Hence what you see going on now. So when you see brothers and sisters be saying things like, yo, man, I've been doing this, nothing happened. Yeah, because you are living under a rulership that embrace the wicked, the evil, that pushes for you to commit the act and then kill two birds with one stone. See, this is what they do. Compared to when we was in rulership, if you was found laying with another man's wife, you and the layer, bedtime, dirt naps, off this, hasta la vista. And this is what I'm trying to tell brothers and sisters. See, you need to start focusing on the law, because the law is more important than everything else. The law is more important than the mission that our big brother was doing. The law is more important than Jeremiah, Isaiah, King Solomon, whoever. Because every single prophet that was in the word had one conclusion. That one conclusion is you need to keep the Father's law, statutes, and commandments. And if you want beef with the Father, don't keep it. You want to be on the good graces. You want to be protected. You want to have a long life. You want to have a prosperous life. You want to have a set foundation. You need to first have that. And the fact that we as people have not made that the foundation, that the vocal point, that the purpose, that the reason, not grab the word to go stand on the street corner to belittle and condemn people. The word is not for condemnation. Not at right now. The condemnation was easy to be embraced when we are in our lands telling people you doing wrong according to the laws of the Father and of the land. Right now we are in captivity. The word isn't supposed to be fed to brothers and sisters to make them fearful and to make them run away. Yes, fear the Father. The fear of the Father is the beginning of wisdom. Yes, the beginning, but a lot of people don't have wisdom. So when you are forcing or infusing fear and infusing guilt and now don't get me wrong, some things are not going to be accepted. See, it's one thing to be disobedient, and it's another thing to be disobedient to the infrastructure of civilization, right? What I mean by that is, somebody that's not in the right spirit, that's playing it, that woke up being a man but want to go outside being a girl. Individuals like that, you got to G-check. You gotta check that. Why? Because that person or that someone is a contamination that is purposely set into regions and areas of populations to contaminate and to confuse, especially the children. So yes, those things are not to be accepted, even though society is pushing it. You feel me? So that's the focal point. It's focusing on the law. Nothing else matters. But when we're doing the law, we must do it according to the Father. Let's continue. There we go. We're going to Matthews. We're going to set the stage. We're going to Matthews, guys. 5 and 20. It says, "For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven." Why did he say that? Why did he say exceed? Why? Who are the scribes and the Pharisees? Who are they? Why did he say that? Could it possibly be because the scribes and the Pharisees were people put in positions by other outsiders and not by the Father, nor the priests of the Levites? See, you guys started reading. See, you guys fell asleep. I'm going to show you how you guys fell asleep. You guys fell asleep. And you guys started seeing priests and all of that, and forgot that priests always came with the word Levi. The priest, the Levi, the priest of the Levites said such and such did such and such. Sons of Aaron, we knew was Levites, right? So here we are in the New Test, and everybody is just high priests, Jew, scribes, Pharisees, Sadducees. Who are these people? Who has given these brothers these titles? Who are they? And by where and what account are we going to find them? We're going to do that. We're going to look up the definition behind Pharisees, guys. Okay? We're going to look up the word Pharisees. Nope, let me click it. Instead of reading it from right here, let's click it. Nope, this is not the one I want to read. It is not the one I want to read. Hold on. Oh, there we go. This is the one I want to read. Let's read. Pharisees, member of a Jewish, you see this? Religious party that flourished in Palestine during the latter parts of the Second Temple period, 515 BC, 70 CE. The Pharisees insist on binding force of oral tradition, the unwritten Torah, okay? Oral tradition, the unwritten Torah, remains a basic tenet of Jewish theological thoughts. When the Mishnah, the first constitute part of the Talmud, was compiled about 200 CE and incorporated the teachings of the Pharisees on the Jewish law. So again, the Pharisees, it must have been something that came from the Talmud, which is something that we had no association with, no business to do whatsoever, right? Now let's pay attention. The Pharisees, this is the Hebrew word for it, the Peshem, emerged as a distinct group shortly after the Maccabean revolt, about 165 to 160 BCE. It is generally believed spiritual, not physical. They are generally believed spiritual. So, big bro, when you read this, when you see this video, big bro, I told you I was going to come with the fire. Spiritual, not physical. Spiritual descendant of the Hasidinians. Who are these Hasidinians? We're going to click it as soon as I finish this. Let me see what happens. Okay. Oh, it pops up. Hasidinians, members of a pre-Christian Jewish sect, uncertain origin, noted for uncompromising observant of Judaic law. The Hasidim joined the Maccabean revolt against the Hellenistic Seleucids, the 2nd century before Christ. To fight for religious freedom stems the tide of paganism. They had no. We're gonna click that. Let me finish reading this. We're gonna click that. Ooh, big bro, you ready for this chicken? You ready for this chicken? Hey. The Pharisees emerged as a party of the laymen and scribes in the contradiction to the Sadducees, i.e., the party of the high priest that had traditionally provided the sole leadership of the Jewish people. The basic difference what is this? The basic difference that led to the split, the Sadducees lay in their respective attitude towards the Bible, and the problem of finding in its answers to question commentarily legal and religious matters arise under those of the time of Moses. You see? And their response to the problem, they had all of these things missing. Torah, the first 5 books, finding for the decisions that come to legal, righteous matters arising under the circumstances far different from those times. Listen, arising under circumstance far different from those times of Moses. So who are these people? They're telling you exactly what's going on here. Who are these people? Right? Who are these people? Let's continue. In their response to this problem, the Sadducees, on the one hand, refused to accept the precept as binding unless it was based directly on the Torah. Who that sound like? We're going to continue. I.e., the written law. The Pharisees, on the other hand, believed that the law that the Father gave to Moses was twofold, right? Consistent of the written law and the oral law, i.e., the teachings of the prophet and the oral traditions of the Jewish people, whereas the priestly Sadducees taught that the written Torah was the only source of revelations. The Pharisees admit that the principles of the evolution in the law, humans must use their reason in interpreting the Torah and applying it to contemporary problems. Now let's go back. That sounds very interesting. This sounds very interesting. Okay? Now let's read this. Big bro, this is for you. The Pharisees were a Jewish social movement and a school of of thoughts in the Levant. See the location? You see the location? This was a practice that they've been doing. Lucifer said he's going to be like the Most High. Lucifer knows the word better than we do. Lucifer said when they fall, we're going to put these people in place. Some of you guys don't even know what King James and all of these people was doing. Some of you guys really don't know the amount of work that King James done with getting the best writers, having a board meeting, sitting down, saying, this is what we're going to do. Don't listen to the lies about, King James wrote the Bible because he knew that his people was going to be held in captivity. That's the biggest BS you have ever heard in your life. Okay? In fact, King James referred to himself as an Israelite, as an Isis Ra'el. King James authorized the acceptance and the interjection of the name Azus, right? Because, there wasn't no J's. So when you look at the original 1611, it was Azus. So that's synonymous with Zeus. That's why you won't find Jehovah in the New Testament. Why? Because we're just going to replace it with the name Jesus or Jesus. So every time you say, oh, Jesus, you're saying, oh, Lucifer. See, he said he was going to be like the Most High. See, when he said that, you didn't know when he was coming. He told you he was going to be like the Most High. He told you he was going to weaken the nations. We have become weak. We have become soft. We have become compliant. All of this stems from religion. See, the determining on the demographics and who you call on determines who you become. See, when I was a part of the organization, I caught myself being very passive, simmering down my testosterone. I was told that you must be in the fruits of the Spirit. And the fruits of the Spirit is, matter of fact, let's get to that. Let me get to this. Hold on. Let me get to this. I definitely got to bring this up. Hold on. Let me get to this. Hold on. I'm going to talk to you for a minute. Is it 5? Yes, it's 5. Now, I want you guys to really pay attention, right? This is Paul, a Pharisees of all Pharisees. Okay? This is when you're gonna catch the written and then the oral, right? This is the written right here. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna educate you today, because people are always gonna try to find something and swing on and put foolishness. I'm gonna educate you today. This is the oral. This is the written, right? Right? Now the works of the flesh, this is Galatians 5:19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies. We're gonna look into that. Don't worry. We're gonna look into this word right here: envying, murder, drunkenness, reveling, and such like, of which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom. Right? We all know this. You can find this in Ecclesiasticus, in the book of Sirach. You can find all of these things that's unacceptable. This is the written rules, right? This is the oral. This is the oral. I'm gonna show you the oral. This is when it becomes oral. Love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. Which faith? Meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. What? Here's the oral. That's oral. That's not written. It's written in the New Testament. It's not written in the laws. When you read Leviticus, Leviticus is it's a rule book. It's the do's and not do's, right? So the spirit of love, right? How do I love somebody? I love those that love me. I love those that love the Father. I love those that keep the commands, right? But if I'm telling you to be in a spirit of love and then be in joy and be in peace and long suffering, see all of this? This is passive. He's telling you got to be a passive individual. And behind that, there's no law. You do you see that? Now, show me where in the Old Testament you're going to find that. Because we already know we already was told to have temperance. We was already told to be in meekness. We was already told to be gentleness, goodness. You know what I'm saying? We know all of these things. We don't have to be in the spirit to have these things that's already inside of us. We are made in his likeness, in his image. And the Father, he only loves those that love him. He only have joy in those that love him. He only bring peace to those that love him. He only is gonna withhold the suffering if you repent and you come back to him. That's the long suffering. He's only gonna be gentle to who? The fatherless, the widows. Goodness to who? To those that love him and keep the laws. We don't operate in faith. Faith about what? Faith is moving in hope. You hope what you're doing is right. You hope what you're saying is true. You hope what you believe in is the way. You hoping for these things, people. You feel me? Meekness. We already have that. The meek shall inherit the kingdom. We was born meek. We was born with temperance. You know? Proverbs tell you this. Against such there's no law. It's always the law. We should never say that there's no law. Because if you believe that you operate in it like that, you may think that you keeping the laws, that you know that there's no law for you. The law is for everybody. Anybody that comes from the stock of Abram, Isaac, and Jacob, there's a law, there's rules and regulations. The Father has no respect of purpose, no respect of persons. You can do every single one of these things. Hold on, let me show you my screen. Look, I'm showing you guys my screen. I'm tweaking, guys. I'm sorry. Right? Okay? Okay? And then it goes on, and it goes on to this. And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affliction and with the affections and lusts. If we live in the spirit, we also walk in the spirit. I don't live in no spirit. And I'm damn sure not trying to walk in one neither. I can't. How do I live in a spirit when the Father put his spirit inside of me? So now I'm taking him out. That sounds kind of spooky. And walk in the spirit. What spirit? What spirit? You see, I ask these questions all the time. What spirit? How are we walking in the spirit? But when our big brother was alive, he was casting out spirits. But now he's dead, and the Pharisee is telling me to be in the spirit, to walk in the spirit. Okay? Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another. This is commandments. These are commandments. These are things that you can find in the law already. We know envying is bad. We know these things. But I want to show you, I already showed you the definition. I want to show you the strong definition. No. I want to show you the strong definition. Hold on. I'm going to give you the Strong's, and then I'm going to give you the Webster. Okay? Because the Strong, so this is Pharisees. This is G5330, right? This is what it says. Let's scroll down. Move this out the way. It says, Hebrew origin compared to H6567, a separatist that is exclusively religious, a Pharisaian that is Jewish sectary Pharisee. Okay? Now, remember what I told you. Remember what I said. The title of this, the characteristics of a Pharisee will not get you into the kingdom, right? Exclusively righteous. Right? So when somebody's exclusively righteous, it's somebody that feels like what they're doing is completely right. It's exclusive. You're not even a part of this. You can't even be a part of this. Right? A separatist. Be the light for those that's walking in darkness. When you go inside of these so-called congregations, camps, organizations of Satan, when you go inside of these places, even in the Christian church, I'll take it to lower levels, even in the Christian church, you're told and taught that in order for brothers and sisters to receive the word or receive the truth, they must participate and must submit themselves and be a part of this organization. And when you become a part of this organization, you are then told, hold on, let me show my face. You are then told verbatim that you're not supposed to love the world. I get that. You're supposed to stay away from people. I get that. You're supposed to do everything. You're supposed to separate yourself. Separatists. This is what these organizations have taught our brothers and sisters. But if we're supposed to be separatists, then how are we going to gain the brothers and sisters to come back to the Father? Like I tell brothers and sisters all the time, if you think that you're the light and all of you guys are in the light and you are in one place, that light is going to cause a house fire. Because while you so focused on keeping the light in-house, you got a whole bunch of people, the society, the children, the community, walking in complete darkness. And the reason why they can't see the light and the reason why they refuse to see the light is because of the characteristics you guys display. And it's right here. Exclusively righteous. You take the word to condemn people for things that they do not know. Where even our big brother said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they are doing. Some of you guys don't have no idea on what the heck you're doing. You're just doing it because you was told to do so. I was doing it because I was told to do so. Because you're not trying to forsake the assembly. You're not trying to go against brothers and sisters. But what we failing to realize is the Father don't make mistakes. Everything that's brought forth to any single person is 9 out of 10 times is coming from the Father himself, telling brothers and sisters that what you guys are doing is no more. It's not right. It's not the way. It's not the truth. Repent from that. Step away from that. I had those revelations. I was on the phone with the big bro today and we was talking about that. I remember being a part of this organization and having to do a 7-minute prayer. And I'm sitting there praying, trying to get into the spirit as they tell you to be. And nothing was coming in. Nothing was coming in. In fact, I was in more thoughts. I was like, yo, what's going on here? I kid you not. Something was telling me this is not what you're supposed to be doing. And here I am listening to the ways of these brothers And I'm hearing this in my head, and what's coming out my mouth is, I rebuke you, Satan. Meanwhile, this was the Father all the time, sending his angels to come talk to me, to minister to me, tell me this is not what you're supposed to be doing. I have yet to feel that way right now. So I know for a fact that everything that I'm saying and I'm bringing forth is 100% accurate. And I'm not even trying to say it with my chest out. But I'm just saying that understanding what's going on and being fed this information, seeing what I see now and what my father was telling me then, I understand. And even that's where the mercy comes in. That's where it's beautiful. That's where you say all praises be to the Father, man. Round of applause for that. Okay? Now, hold on. Let me share my screen again. Now, I want to show you something again, right? You're going to click G. So we see what it is, right? And then you see that it says compare H 6567, right? We're going to click that. Okay? Let's read. To separate literally, right? Or figuratively, also to wound, scatter, declare, distinctively show, sting. You see this? You see what associate with the word Pharisees? Who like to wound people? Who likes to hurt people spiritually? Who like to hurt people physically? Hurt them emotionally? Who like to sting them? And then they're going to go to Hebrew 4. They're going to say, the Bible's like a two-edged sword. It's like a two-edged sword. Okay? Shru? Okay? I'm showing you this. And this is when the word says study to show yourself approved. This is it right here. And we just getting started. Hold on. Let's go. Let me pull this back up. Okay. Let me type this in. Okay. Definition. There we go. We're going to the Webster now, guys. Okay. Let's read it. It says, a member of a Jewish sect of the intertestamental period, noted for strict observance of rites and ceremonies of the written law, and for instance on the validity of their own oral traditions concerning the law. Own oral traditions. So when you see our big brother says what, we're gonna get into it. Let's go to Matthew 13. Is it 13? Yes, we're gonna go to Matthew 13. I just want you guys to pay attention to these things, man. Okay? Pay attention. And I'm about to show you guys synagogue as well. And show you that our big brother never entered into a synagogue. Matter of fact, while I'm here, no, I'll do it later. Because I'm in the right, my spirit is in the right place right now. So I don't even want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me take this off, guys. Hold on. Let's go to Matthews. No, it can't be 13. Let me see. It's 15. There we go. 15:1. My bad, guys. I wrote it down wrong. Then came. Let's get these things in its proper perspective. Hold on. Let me pick this up a little bit. Okay. Then our big brother, or tendency, or the savior, but I like to call him my big brother because that, it shows. Just falling down. Hold on. See how the devil is working? I'm telling you, right? I like to call him my big brother, right? However you guys want to read it, that's for you guys. But for me, I like to keep it in a space where I can understand it, where I can relate. See, when you see him as your big brother and you see that they violate, you want get back. You know what I'm saying? I pray for the get back. I ask the Father, like, how long? Facts. Bring all your wrath to anybody, anyone that participated in the demise of my big brother, that's partaking in eating his body, drinking his blood like vampires, cannibals. Anybody you violate, this is why I say the way that I say. And then for those that say it your way, that's for you. But that's my big brother, and I don't know. My big brother came to bring me closer to my pops. It's like a child that ran away from home, and the big brother went looking for the brothers. Like, yo, time to come home, man. Daddy's waiting for you. He's not gonna beat you. He's not gonna beat you. Or if he do beat you, he's not gonna beat you to the point of death. Right? Let's continue. Matthew 15:1, it says what? Then came to our big brother, the scribes and the Pharisees, which was in Jerusalem, saying, why do the disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? You see this? Right? And you see it says Pharisee was the people that was upholding. The scribes was doing it too. The Sadducees was doing it too. See, all of these people are not who you think they are. See, they paint the picture as they're being one of the bantus. No, they're telling you who they were. They telling you they the Jews, they Jewish. They telling you they from Bulgaria. They telling you they from those areas. They from that area. Okay, they from the Levant. The Levant is not just the so-called 1948. That Levant is that whole upper region. That's them. That's where they dwell. That's their resting haven. Okay? They migrated into other places by force. Okay? All of them people are related. Arabs, Chinese, the Khazars, the Europeans, all of these people are related. Every single one of them are related. And if you think I'm lying, or if you think I'm reaching, and I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Let me show my face quick fast. If you think I'm lying, don't pay attention to me. Forget listening to what I'm saying. Like I tell everybody all the time, don't listen to what I gotta say. I want you guys to pay attention to their characteristics. Do these dudes have any fear of the Father? Do these dudes have any sorts of keeping the commands? Do they have any appreciation of the Father? When you do your homework, you're gonna realize that they don't. You're gonna realize that these people are the seeds of Cain. They worship and follow Lucifer. That's who they are. All of them come from some form of a fallen angel, fallen deities. They are who they pray to. That's their father, that's their parents, that's their loved ones, that's their blood, that's their stock. And the minute when we started participating in that and we started doing the same exact thing, that's when you seen that we was falling. Now that we have fell, they doing their due diligence and spending billions to trillions of dollars to make sure that we remain on the ground. But it's the Father that's bringing things back to the even playing field. See, you ever heard the saying, what goes up must come down? And what's been down has already been found? We've been down and we've been found. We was founded by who? We was founded and accepted and was told it's time to come back by Sonini, by his children, by all those that's doing the works, those that was doing the works before me, those that was bringing forth this understanding way before me. Those was the one that was at the bottom that was praying, and the Father's hearing their prayers. And now people in the West is hearing, is calling on the Father's name. Can you imagine the brothers and sisters saying Sonini? Can you imagine the brothers and sisters saying I'm a bantu? Can you imagine the brothers and sisters saying I am not no Israel? That is not where I come from. That is not my place. I don't want no parts of it. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing when people that was deceived and lied and led astray is really starting to come to the fold and realize who they are. It makes more sense claiming to be from Africa than you make sense telling them you from 1948. When I look at 1948, when I even hear the word Middle Eastern, the first thing that come into my mind is a Habibi. But they infused this lie and made you believe that you came from there. You fled and ran into Africa, and they found you in Africa and they sent you other places. I mean, come on now. And if we fled, check this out, right? Check this out. And if you and you guys can do your own homework. Look up the top 10 spoken languages in Africa. If we fled Roman persecution and we fled and we were speaking Hebrew and we end up into Africa, that language also transitions into the land too. The Arabs came into the northern regions where you got the Egypts and the Liberias and all of those areas. They came there, and that language came with them. Until this day, that language is still with them. But for some apparent reason, wherever we go, we lose something, and now we don't remember nothing. When the Father said he's not the author of confusion. Yes, we may lost our way. Yes, the people that was put on the slave ships and all of that. But you guys are acting like these people took all the children of Akobi off that land. You acting like they took all of them. Like some of them wasn't left behind. Like some of them wasn't, following the ways of the Father. And if I'm lying, there's a lot of people right now in 2023 are in the holy areas, still keeping the laws, still detached from civilization. Borders of blue on their dresses, borders of blue on the brothers' shirts and stuff like that. Like all of these things still occur. But it's you guys that's being told lies by the enemy, and we running around believing it. Doesn't matter the demographics of religion or of congregation, organization, whatever sect that you are in. If it's in the name of religion, you're being led astray. They're gonna say, "Well, you teaching religion?" No. I'm not teaching religion at all. I'm telling you, it's time for you to claim what's yours. It's time for you to start walking in the ways of the Father. Not believing that you Israel. See, when you believe that you are 1948, you're gonna follow what the 1948-kins are doing. If you believe that you're 1948, you're going to follow what the 1948-kins are doing. You're gonna mimic, you're gonna copy and paste. And that's what we've been doing for the last how many years? Since the 1960s. We've been copying and pasting. Ain't nothing changed. We just copying and pasting. And fast forward to 2023, you wondering why we still the tail and not the head. You wondering why we still suffering. You wondering why we can't get by. You wondering why people are still dying. You wondering why. You wondering why. You wondering why our community is still in a desolate state, and we got more so-called believers and followers of the commandments now than we did in the 60s, and we more broken up and divided and confused now than we was in the 60s. You got to make that make sense. You got to make that make sense. Come on now. Let's continue. My bad, guys. Then came to our big brother, the scribes and the Pharisees, which was in Jerusalem, saying, why do the disciples transgress the traditions, of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandments of the Father by your traditions? Now, the question that I ask, bringing this precept out, is, why do you transgress the commands of the Father by your traditions? See, in the book of Numbers, it told you to keep the laws according to the Holy Land. You guys took it upon yourself to keep the laws, or should I say, let's say, well, the feast days are the laws because it's a requirement to do. So we keep the laws according to what the Gentiles tell us. I was reading the 12 Patriarchs. I should have pulled that book up. Remind me to put the things together so I can. I'm gonna use one of my old iPhone cameras and I'm gonna connect it so I can show you guys the interjections that they also put inside all our records. Listen, let me tell you something, people. These people plagiarize every single record of ours. Everything. They're not when you see that precept when it says the cake unturned. Oh no, this is not talking about no Puerto Ricans and the northern tribe. No, that's BS. He's talking about the sin, the confusion. Yo, these people, everything that these people put their hands on, they configured everything. This is what I'm bringing forth to brothers and sisters is every time you do your homework, your studies, you must first receive the information first as a lie before truth. You can't take it no more as truth. And then when people tell you it's a lie, you so adamant on the truth that the lie, you so against the truth that the lie is better off being the truth. And that's where we at. The problem with us is we've forgotten what these people have done. We have forgotten the measures, the drastic measures that these people have taken to keep you confused and divided. This is hard work right here. They put in hard work for that, people. And we taking it like these people have never done us no wrong. Like because these people became our sponsors and they gave us good jobs and they gave us so-called good education, that these people will not bring forth complete rubbish and lies. This is all they do. Do I have to read John chapter 8, verse 44? Do I have to read that? For there's no truth in them? They will never stand on truth. This whole infrastructure of this world right now is based off lies. These people told you that we came from a big bang, a gas. So how did a gas form? And I don't want to sound discreet, but I definitely got to say this. So how did a gas form a penis and told the penis that it had to stick in a vagina to come together and bring forth children? I'll wait for that. When you find the answer for that, you let me know. How did the gas know to kill an animal, shed the animal, and get food? How? I mean, come on. I mean, like at this point, when I say things like this, like I have to bring it so down to layman's terms just so I can have brothers and sisters to understand what I'm saying. How does Jacob afraid to fight Esau, but has no problem wrestling with an angel, has no issue, see nothing wrong with this angel. The angel, listen, all through the word, you can tell the angels was always talking to the Father's chosen. The angels talk to Joseph, the angels talk to Abram, the angels talk to Jacob, the angels talk to Isaac, the angels talk to Akobi, the angels talk to Moses, everybody gets spoken to, so everybody knows. So listen, the angels even came to check Lot out. Like, yo, Lot, yo, check this out. Yo, because you Abram's responsibility, yo, you gotta get up out of here. And he even knew there was angels. But here comes Jacob, who is the seed, the chosen, the promised seed. All of a sudden does not know nothing. Doesn't know who this man is. But yeah, I don't know you, but I don't have no problem fighting with you. And we're going to wrestle from night till morning. We're going to wrestle. I don't know what kind of wrestling was you doing. Was it WWE? Was it UFC? Huh? Which one was it? So I'm going to wrestle with you. And I don't know who you are, but out of nowhere, I'm going to say, wait, hold on. The guy said, let me go. And you say, hold on. What, did he smell something and it smelled holy? Hold on. I'm not letting go until you bless me. And the first thing that the man says, so now all the angels knew every single person's name. The angels knew Lot, the angels knew Noah, the angels knew Abram, the angels knew this, the angels knew that. Even the fallen angels knew Enoch and told Enoch, listen, can you write a decree and send a letter to the Father, ask for forgiveness? Everybody knows who's everybody, but today is just a special time. It's just a special time of the year. It must have been Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Doom, 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 doom. It has to be. I be trying to figure it out. And I figure it out. But why can't you figure it out? You know why? Because after the name was changed, and it said your name will no longer be called Jacob, but be called Israel. After the name was changed, right? They then took it upon themselves to make sure that they interject Israel into every single record you can find. Any literature, book, writings, speaking, teachings, education channels, don't matter what it is. They're going to infuse the word Israel there. And when you start waking up, you're going to be honored to see the story about you with Israel in front of it. So whenever you try to get big-headed, like when the so-called teachers want to stand before these Europeans and want to debate, whenever you try to get big-headed, they always got the tools to put you right back into place. So, and then this is what they'll say: Black Hebrew Israelites, Black extreme Christians. Oh yeah. You see, you've forgotten what these enemies are capable of. I advise every black and brown person to read the book called The Pale White Horse. Read the book. At least it'll give you a fundamental idea of what you're dealing with and who you're dealing with. Fundamental. Because in that book alone, it tells you how they sabotage the education system, how they plagiarize through history, how they fed us science, how they're force feeding us these religions and these false narratives. And when you sit back and you pay attention, you realize that everything that these people do, they do to be the overseers. So when you look up and you say, yes, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. When they see that you singing like that, and you look up into the sky, they already got it in your mind that you looking up to them. Where I seen people say things in the matter of, these niggers don't know what they want to be. They just want to now they want to follow they want to follow Judaism because they don't have no identity. They don't have no home. They don't have no friends, no family. They don't have no political worldwide support, nor dominance. So we understand why would you want to call yourself a Israelite or Israeli or a Jew or a Jewish, whatever you prefer. Just know every time you call on that and you mention that, subconsciously to the untrained mind, when you say that, it falls in line in religion and a Caucasian complexion. If I'm lying, somebody prove me wrong. Let's continue. I digress. Right? But he says, let me give you my screen. It says, why do the disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, why do you guys also transgress the commands of the Father by your traditions? What traditions? Now, what are the traditions that to modern day so-called Christians, Buddhists, whoever, what are the traditions that these brothers are following today? They're following the traditions and the customs of the ways of the enemies. I watched April become the year where all three major religions participated in the same exact thing. They just worded different. Ramadan, right? You had Easter and Passover all in the same month, and nobody said nothing. All in the same month for March and April is the time of the year where they give all praise and glory to Ishtar. Ishtar, who is a Babylonian goddess. And you so-called Hebrew Israelites who profess that you're not following that. Why? Because you calling on Yah and Yahushua. But meanwhile, the time that you're doing it goes in line according to the Talmud. And the Pharisees was a high believer of the Talmud. So now in 2023, brothers may not be reading the Talmud, but the foundation and the principle behind it is being kept, is being followed, is being honored, is being revered, is being protected by not only the Vatican and his children, but also you in your congregations. You are signing your children's soul, and you telling your children, come drink this blood, come serve on the day of Ashtar, Nisan, the month of Nisan. Come serve. We got the Hebrews Easter egg hunting, and we got the Hedonites. Blood drinking. Let me say that again. Let me show you guys. I gotta give you guys my face. Let me say that again because you guys may need to see my face when I say this. They got the Hebrews egg hunting, and they got the Hedonites blood drinking. All of it is pagan festival traditions, and they just reworded it, changed the names, but the concept, the foundation remains the same. Why are you breaking the Father's commandments, keeping your traditions of men? Ask yourself that question. Where you sitting here worrying about people eating bread. This is what these brothers do now. Yo, why you ain't got your fringes on, Ak? Why your fringes is not on? Why are you not doing, why are you not doing, et cetera, et cetera? What? You gotta have your fringes on, Ak. Your head is covered, You got to take that off, Why? This is what we focusing on. Pull out the precept, pull out the precept. Pull out. This is how they hold it. This is how they hold it. Look. Let me show you guys my face. Oh, you see my face, right? This is how they hold it. Look. Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 17. Read. Surely, in vain is the net is spread in the sun, in the light and the birds, and the chicken and the wings and the fried rice. Repent. Give me something about Esau. Hold on. I'm ready. Read. Esau, the white man, doing the works of the devil. And then he closed the book and he says, so my brother, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You can't be doing this. Matter of fact, what tribe you from? Where your family from? Where your family from? Where your family from? Where your family? My family. My family's from Jamaica. Oh, you're from Jamaica. Yo, pull out the chart. You see your family right there? That's where you come from. You Benjamin. And then the same exact brother that looked just like the brother from Jamaica would say, oh yeah, but what about me? I'm from Nigeria. Look just like him, dreads and all that. Speak the same thing. They probably besties, best friends. This is my best friend. I'm from Nigeria. You ham, my brother. There's no salvation for you. You ham. You see what religion do? You see what religion do. Meanwhile, before this man before his family was in Jamaica, they found them in Africa. Oh, my bad. You believe that all the children of Akko B was all taken off the land. Some was murdered and they was sent to various locations, right? Look just like the man. But a pale-faced European will be like, but I'm from Esau. Well, can I get salvation? Oh, of course. You repent? You believe? Come on. You our brother, man. We love you. You got a dude from Puerto Rico looking just like Christopher Columbus. Complete Christopher. Christos all in the face. Knows the whole shebang. Will then come and say, what about me? And you'll say, hold on. What tribe where you say you come from, Puerto Rico? Oh, you Manasseh. Come on, you too. Come on. Wait, what about you? I'm from Native America. I'm a Native American. Oh, you Gad. Come on too. We got it. We got the law, bro. I'm righteous. I'm telling you. I read it. Go. Give me Genesis. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me put it up. Hold on. All right, give me Genesis right now. Genesis 49. Give it to me. Let me know when you're there. Let me know. I'm ready. Read Genesis 49 and 1. And Jacob, hold on, I thought his name was changed to Israel and Jacob was no longer supposed to be mentioned. Hold on, what's going on here? And Jacob called on his sons, and he gathered yourself together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. So you see, brother, in the last days, Jacob was going to tell his children who they are and what's going on. Read. Gather yourselves together, and hear ye sons of Jacob. Oh, I thought his name was Israel. What's going on here? But it doesn't matter. And hearken unto, listen, look, it says sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father, right? Let's read. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and in the beginning of my strength, that exceedingly and diligently in the excellency of power. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel. because thou went up into thy father's bed, and thou defiled it, and went up into my couch. See, so anybody you see that's suffering right now, and you see they stuck in the past, and you see they're not up to date wearing clothes, they over here walking around with the things on their heads, and they got the sticks, and they yeah. That's Reuben, y'all. That's Reuben. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get Simeon, guys. Get Simeon. Read Simeon. Let's read Simeon for them. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. Oh, my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assemblies, my honor. Be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and their swell and they self-will they diligently down a wall. So you see, brothers, Simeon and Levi's are brethren. Yeah, we are. We know that. That's not what that was saying. They're saying that we have cruelty, that we are very protective of our sisters and our loved ones. And if you violate, we're going to kick in the door, raise in the 4-4. Are you dumb? Or are you dumb? But this is what religion do. You see how foolish did that sound? You see how foolish did that sound? Now you ask yourself, who in their right mind is going to say, yeah, man, let me get a flyer of that. I'm going to pull up. Who? Listen, guys, I'm telling you this off experience. I used to do this effortlessly. Didn't miss a day, didn't miss a beat, stood there in the cold, freezing. I seen the most craziest things bringing forth this word. But I realized that the things that I was bringing forth was summoning spirits. I wasn't healing, I was summoning. Two different things that's going on here, people. Summons and healing is two different things. Right? So if I'm saying a prayer and I'm doing an enchantment and I'm enchanting, saying these prayers, calling on these satanic Luciferian gods, it's like when the bat signal go up, the demons is like, who's calling us? I'm coming. And they come. But the reason why they don't come all the way is because they realize that we spiritually in ignorance don't know what we're doing. So by the law of the Father in the universe, you can't attack, because like the word says, when we didn't know, he winked at our ignorance. So the demons don't attack. See, the demons attack once you become content. Even though the Father brings forth truth, he brings forth revelations. And let me tell you what was wrong with my organization that I was participating in. See, when anybody brought revelations and was to bring it forth to the so-called teachers, they was met with, we're going to look into that. Or, I'm not going to bring this forth until my spirit, until the Father relayed this revelation upon me. And if you don't like it, you go do your own thing. And you do the works. You see the boldness, the pride. This is the Pharisees right before you, but you're too naive to see that. You're too naive to see that because you under that hypnosis. You under that fear. You under that fear that if you forsake the assembly and you go back to regular programming, you're then gonna be, it's like you going back into the world and the Father's gonna spit you out like a dog's vomit, like swallow you up like a dog that swallow up his own vomit. This is what they tell you. This is the fear. But let me be the one to break this down for you. You are the elect. You've come from the stock of Abram, Isaac, and Jacob. You are the elect. You are born the elect. You get taken out of the elect when you start following the ways of Cain and his children. You only forsake the assembly when you say, I'm no longer keeping the commands. I'm no longer paying attention to Samba conversation. I'm no longer doing nothing righteous. That's when you forsake the assembly. Because nothing is going to be assembled in prison. And if you think that you need to put an organization together that's calling on and following the ways of these heathens, okay? Drinking blood, doing child sacrifice, accepting child sacrifice as a reasoning to your grace and to the reasoning why you can continue breaking the laws, you are highly mistaken. This is when you have forsaken the assembly. This is when you are going against the Father. This is when you are putting traditions of man over the laws and commandments and the ways of the Father. Oh, you don't like it when I tell you how it is. This is what it is. The tradition of men is saying, hey, happy Purim. Now, you show me where did the Father tell Moses to make sure the people have and serve the Feast of Purim? You let me know. Because Purim sounds similar to Christmas. And it happens at the end of the month that they told you. So we told that February is the end of the year and March is the beginning of the new year. So then we're gonna do Christmas on our time. You see what I'm saying to you? You see how you're not picking it up? I'm gonna break it down. So instead of doing Christmas on December 25th, we're going to do Purim on February 14th or 15th, around the same time where they do Valentine's Day. So that allows me to go into a store while everybody's shopping, buying gifts for Valentine's Day. Keyword, gift for Valentine's Day. I'm not buying a gift for Valentine's Day. I'm buying a gift for Purim, but I'm doing it around the same exact time Valentine's Day is taking place. Nobody don't see nothing wrong with that. That's because we have embraced the traditions of men. We have taken on the Pharisaical mentality, and you're wondering why you still the tail and not the head. No tail is getting into the kingdom. The Father never made his children to be no goddamn tail. So no tail is getting into the kingdom, because you know the only thing that rhymes with tale is a fairy tale, and that fairy tale has been preached unto you guys for the last 60, 70 years. And this fairy tale is the reason why we remain the tail, and we're comfortable and embrace being the tail, because Paul told you that you just gotta just long suffering. Just be meek. Be in the fruits of the Spirit. Be a fruitcake. And everything is going to be all right. But the Father's telling you to be warriors, to be kings. You was a holy, to be royal. He didn't say be a priesthood. He didn't say be as scribes, the Pharisees, the Sadducees. He said unto you shall be a royal priesthood, royalty. He put royalty before he even said a priest, because he knows our position. He knows our purpose. We was meant to rule. We was meant to be on the throne. All of us was meant to be on the throne on the side of his right hand. All of us, all of his children. He told Abram, your children is going to be like the sand of the sea. Can't be numbered, can't be matched. But these are my children. And if all my children humble themselves and seek my face, I will heal them. I will heal them, lamb. I will bring them home. I will bring them back unto me. I will allow them to gather with me. I will allow them to partake in the tabernacle, and we're going to eat and we're going to feast. We're going to drink. You're going to see that I exist. You're going to know that I exist. My power is going to be too great. My light's going to be too bright. You might need at least 4, 5, 6. Listen, you might need the Stevie Wonder glasses. You might need Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles glasses put together with another glasses to put on just to let you see, just dim the light just enough, because his presence is so bright, it's so righteous, it's so glorious, it's so loving, it's so pleasing, it's so peaceful. And you know the time when you reach that. That's why he says, be the light, be him. So when his light and your light come together, it overrides the whole darkness of this world. But the Pharisees is telling you different. They're telling you keep the traditions of man, right? Let's continue. They say, for the Father commands what? Saying, honor thy father and thy mother, and he that curses the father or his mother, let him die the death. Curse who? You thinking it is just metaphorical about your actual, no. Listen, if you're able to honor your mother and your father, the presence, the one that you see every day, then it's going to be easy for you to honor the Father that gives you light to open your eyes every single day, right? And he that curses his father and his mother, let him die the death. Die what death? Our Father is a living power. If he's telling you let you die, you let you go. Go ahead and go follow the ways of the traditions of Cain, Ham, and his children. And we're talking about the name, the switch between Ham and Japheth, okay? Whatever Ham was that they tell you is in the Holy Land in Africa, the Canaanites, the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, that's Japheth. Ham, or whatever they told you the Japheths was, the Ashkenaz, all of that. That's them. That's their children. That's their bloodline. That's their seed. They stick together. That's why they got something called the UN. That's why the majority of capitals in known cities are always ended or have Ham in it. Do you want to come travel to Buckingham? Even when I went to my big bro to get my son circumcised, the location of where I was going, it had Ham in it. And I forgot to bring that up to the big bro. I said, yo, big bro, you know your area got Ham? And I kid you not, this same area that has Ham in it, I see nothing but Khazar Jewish people running all around that location. Tell me I'm lying. I'll put the brother, listen, I'll call the big bro one of these days and put him on the speaker so you guys can hear it out his mouth. Ham. Everybody knows but you. Because they know that first of all, they already know that you don't have no foundation. They see how thirsty you was. Let me show my face again. Let me show. They see how thirsty you was. They see how thirsty you was that you want to be just like them. They seen that. They seen that when they seen how Martin Luther King had thousands of people marching with him. They seen that. They said, oh, they really want to be like us. Yo, get these stuff published. So just in case this so-called Black Messiah comes through, just in case this guy named Jones come on the scene, just in case these guys named Elder Lacosi come on the scene, just in case these dudes come on the scene, we already have the kryptonite installed in place, bring it forth, because they look like they're waking up. They're reading the Bible again. Tell the Vanderbilt Bible to pull out a dictionary. Make sure everything that's published have Israel in it, have 1948 in it. Make sure all of that is in place. So when they do wake up, we already there to put them back to the perspective. Oh, yeah. You could be a Jew. You could be that. But you got to follow what the rabbi tell you. You got to call on the gods that we tell you to call on. You got to say Yah. Let me hear you say Yahweh. Yahweh. Let me hear you say Yahweh. Yahweh. Let me hear you say Ahaya. 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 Yeah. Let me hear you say it. Oh, you saying it? Oh, okay, that's the green light. That's the green. Now you guys can start your own congregations within our church. You could come inside of our church. We're gonna hide all the idol images. We're gonna put them behind the cafeteria. We're gonna put it behind the curtains. So the stage look like a holy, righteous stage. Meanwhile, this stage is a house of the devil. No man can enter a place that is, if the house is made to serve Lucifer, there's no way the Father's gonna allow his children to go in there to then try to worship him. Unless the people that you're worshiping is Lucifer too. Because Lucifer will never allow the Father's children and his Father's name to be mentioned in his house. How dare you? Are you dumb or are you dumb? He would never allow that to come into his home. Let me go inside of a church right now and say, hey man, I would love to, use your church on Saturday. Oh, you 7-day Adventist? No. No, I'm just a bantu. I'm just a untu or a bantu, whichever you want to call. And I'm just observing, the commands of the Father. Oh yeah? The bantu? The laws? Oh, what's the name of your God? Sonini, Nanini. Excuse me? Modimo. Hey, what? Who? Yeah, so we'll get back to you. We'll call you and we'll definitely let you know. And if that phone is gonna say verbatim. We wanted to inform you that it won't be it won't be suited for our church. I'm sorry. I wish you the well on your venture, and I hope you do find a place of worship, but it's not the right place. You know why? Because when they gotta go sit down and go talk to their fufu, they gotta talk to the handlers, they gotta talk to their daddy, Lucy. Daddy says, "Oh," he said, "What?" Oh no, they can't come in here. Because the name Sonini is dreadful amongst the heathens. The name Sonini is dreadful amongst the legions, the demons. That's why the demons, listen, the demons seen, you think the demons seen our big brother? No. The demons seen the presence of the Father. They seen the name on them. They felt them. They was like, oh, have you come to judge me before my time? Read the book of Enoch. And you see how the brothers was giving, had a pledge written to give to Enoch so he can go before the Father and say, look, the Father said, I don't want to hear none of that. Them and their children will receive my wrath. Go read it. It's there. Go read it. Buy yourself these books before these books become millions of dollars. Own these things, have these things, meditate on these things, pray, and ask the Father for understanding. It's right in front of you. I'm reading the same book that you're reading. I'm just not under the hypnosis. Oh, they don't. Oh, come on now. Come on. You think they're going to allow you to bring that into their house? But you listen, you can call Yah. Every Hebrew Israelite camp got a location that they can call on. Everywhere. You can call the Yah. You can call the Most High. You don't even know that the name the Most High. Like I told you guys, I gotta look into my book. The name the Most High is the wine god. And I find it ironic that it's the wine god, and the wine is what everybody use as a metaphorical substitute for the blood of Christ. But I digress when it comes to that. This is what they do. This is what they've been doing. They will never allow you to call the Father's name inside of their house. You bring any, listen, there was a place on Washington, and I think it's St. Mark's, if I'm not mistaken. Washington and St. Mark's. These people got a Nigerian church, but it's called a Nigerian Muslim Church of God. See, they'll allow anybody to put up a congregation as long as you calling on these three dominations of gods. As long as you calling on the Christian God, the Jesus, the hallelujahs and all of that, you fine. As long as you calling on Muhammad, Islam, is Allah, which means ally, right? You good. Judaism, as long as you keeping it in the Hebrew tongue, you keeping it in the Hebrew traditions according to the Gentiles, as long as you're doing that, you good. But for me, let me come in there, I want to call on Sonini. What? Oh, no, that's unacceptable. Can't be accepted here. Can't be accepted here. What's your Savior's name? Mesindisi, who's your big brother? So wait, you think he was a human just like you? Oh no, he's blasphemy. He's coming with his own doctrine. No, we can't have this in our church. But I just showed you that the Father is the father of Adam. And if he's the father of Adam and Adam had children, then by default, that makes him my father as well. When our big brother said, when you say your prayers, the so-called Father's prayers, but they say Lord, but we call it the Father's prayer, it starts off like this. It says what? Our Father who art in heaven, Sonini be that name. Because there's only one name that's hallowed on this earth. Hallowed is sacred, righteous, loving, protected, can't blaspheme. Can't say it. You can't say it out of context. You can't associate Sonini. You know how you could say Jesus effing Christ? You can't say that with the Father's name. It doesn't even fit. Sacred. You can't blaspheme. Can't say the name in vain. So when you say that name, it's instantly you saying worship. Because the world doesn't know him. If the world knew him, they would have knew us. The world don't know him, so they don't know you. And they know you, but they don't care about you. Just like they don't care about your Father. Are you dumb or are you dumb? This is what the Pharisees have done. This is the Pharisaical teachings that have overtaken our people. Where we become over-righteous. Thinking that because we know every precept, that gives us the green light to butcher and condemn and belittle and stone people to death, like how Paul did Stephen. Are you dumb or are you dumb? The only difference is we don't stone you physically. We stone you to death spiritually. We stone you to death mentally. We make you feel so guilty about yourself that some people just want to have spiritual suicide. And people be like, man, forget all this. I'm going back into the streets. I'm going to sell drugs. At least when I was in the streets, at least the streets showed me some level of love, some level of compassion, some level of understanding. How are we now taking the word of the Father and using it to destroy brothers and sisters who's already being destroyed by the system and the organizations that was created by the system already? But when I say these things, people look at me like I be bugging. How? In order for you to be a part of these organizations, you got to go into some level of ritual. I had to be submerged into the water to be accepted in order for me to participate in Passover. In order for me to even get a gift in Purim, in order for me, in order for me to even drink the blood of our Savior. Baptized members only. I remember. Baptized members only. Baptized members only are the ones that's allowed to drink the blood of our Savior. Because through baptism, you're showing a sign of alliance with him, not knowing that the alliance that you have set was with Lucifer. Because the Father never required human sacrifice. The Father says, sacrifice not your child unto Moloch. So then now the Father's going to send his supposed son. He's not his only begotten son. That's a lie. That's a lie. He sent his son. He sent one of his sons. Just like he sent Elijah, that was his son. Just like he sent Moses, that was his son. Just like he sent Isaiah, that was his son. Just like he sent me, I am his son. Just like he sent you, you are his son. You are his daughters. See, when you put his only begotten son, you use that as a justification to be or to see the word for what it is, to oversee it, to become over righteous. Because now I want to be like his only begotten son. Begotten, Father ain't begots nobody. The Father begot him. The Father made Adam. The Father made Eve. The Father made everybody. That's from the seed of Abram, Isaac, and Jacob. He didn't make everybody because these other nations know who they are. They know who they serve. They know who their daddy is. You understand? So now you gotta take this. You gotta take it. Listen, you did the ritual. Now you one of us. You have entered into the brotherhood. This is listen, when you get it, I'm telling you, this is verbatim what I'm saying. I'm not lying. Even the sisters, you get it. Once you get you get submerged into the water, you come out, you part of the brotherhood. Now you get to get positions within the congregation. Now you added to a group chat. The group chat is called the brotherhood. And now all the brothers is together and they say whatever, they send this, they send that. And when you not no longer part of the brotherhood, you get taken out. When you no longer seeing what they seeing or following or want to believe what they believe, even if you ain't get kicked out, you just stop going. Brothers got kicked out of the chat just because they missed 2 Shabbats. And then the reason was, yo, bro, we ain't been seeing you. What you mean you ain't seen me? That doesn't matter if I come or not. I thought we was a brotherhood. I thought when I got out that water, it was an indication that me and you are together forever until the second coming of our big brother. But you see how this is a lie? Because everything is cultish. Everything is pharisaical. And that's why our big brother said, unless your righteousness exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees, you ain't getting into this kingdom. I tell brothers and sisters this all the time. Just like there ain't going to be no rapture, there ain't going to be no second Exodus for no Hebrew Israelite. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go and teach? Like, where are you going? The Father is cleansing the Holy Land right now as we speak. So where are you going with it? Ron Dalton is right now in South Africa trying his best to gather. See, what he's doing is he's going all through Africa trying to see can he put a group together to serve. But what he's not realizing, and this is not a shot at you, my brother, this is just a correction. What he's failing to realize is you're bringing forth the very same teachings that caused us to be colonized, taken off the land, shipped elsewhere. The only reason why you are still standing because the Father is giving you an opportunity for repentance. But if you keep trying and you keep going hard, don't be shocked when a lion come knocking at your door and devour. Don't be shocked when wherever you dwell in, floor cracks open and the whole thing falls out. And I'm not wishing this on you. I'm just giving fair warning that the Father is cleaning up. He's bringing all nations to that land for one reason only. Because he will show the whole world his glory. These will show the whole world his power, his might, and he also will show the whole world who was the real children of Akubi. And it ain't gonna be no facts. It ain't gonna be no Jewish powers. Ain't gonna be no European powers. It's none of that. None of that. And for the Hispanics, all I could tell you as a child of the Father Sonini, all I could tell you, and I'm saying this out of love, this ain't no hate, this ain't no race, this is truth. All I could tell you is you pray on it. And if that Father's name is not dreadful amongst you, when you say it, if it doesn't cause a level of irritation, and I'm not talking about some people are just doing it because they want to follow trends. No, I'm saying if you're doing it and you generally doing it and the Father's name is not dreadful, if you could wake up in the morning and brush your teeth and say, thank you, Sonini, when I'm feeling no type of way, go through your mornings, go through your afternoons, go through whatever, then chances are you are of that lineage. Chances are. But the chances are running very dim for you guys because the characteristics that I have been witnessing for the last few months for the Hispanic so-called nation has been very, 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 very satanic, demonic. I see Mexicans look forward to worshiping the dead. I went into a Mexican restaurant to get me some food. And I see on the wall, it says El Chapo or something, which means the devil. And then I see skulls all around. And I said, this right here is them showing us. This is the Father displaying the people right before us. But I digress. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Let's continue. Right? Verse 5 and 15, Matthew 15 and 5 says, but ye say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whosoever thou mightest be profited by me, and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made thee the commandments of God none of your affection by your tradition. Okay? So they telling you, listen, you don't got to honor your mother and your father, man. Just send a gift and you going to be free. You don't listen. I'm telling you. Sometimes, and listen, I had, even with the organization that I was in, I was told, listen, not everybody in your family is going to be in the truth. And if they doing certain things, then and you under their roof, you got to get up out of there. For the Father, for I come not with the sword, I come to divide. Yeah, you right. He come to divide. But they also told you they told you in a righteous perspective to be disobedient to your parents. So your parents is having your parents is having a get together and a feast. Now you got to be pharisaical. You got to separate yourself. But what happens if your moms need your help? What happens if your mother needs you to do something? No, Ma, yeah, you going off downstairs. I gotta stay right here. You know, You know. Luke, you gotta read Luke, ma. You gotta read Luke 11, ma. You don't know what you're doing, ma. Honey, I need you to come downstairs. I need you to put this juice in the refrigerator. I need you to help me serve these people. Doesn't matter. I don't give a damn what you believe in. I am your mother. You must obey. No, mother. And then you'll go to, and these people be like, listen, I understand, my brother. Next time when your mother's having something going on, just leave the house. Go to somebody's house. Go somewhere. What? But if he's the light and he's in a facility full of darkness, so isn't he supposed to be sitting with the publicans and the sinners? Isn't he supposed to be there and be the light? There's many different approaches that you can take to bring people back to the Father. You don't got to come in there kicking down the doors like you over righteous, Mr. Pharisee. You see the Pharisaical mentality is the reason why you ain't going to get into the kingdom. Because that soul could have been saved. That brother, that sister could have gave an ear. Easy. Yo, bro. Yo, your mom made some fire lobster tails, bro. Yo, you ain't eating that? Nah, fam, I don't eat lobsters no more. Word? Why, what happened? You Muslim now? Nah. Yo, I just found out, man, we from South Africa, bro. And the father's name is Sonini. Sonini? You see how the conversation starts? Sonini? I always thought it was Jesus and Yah and Jehovah. And I thought we was Hebrews. That's not that. Nah, that's a lie. Word? Yo, we definitely got a bill, bro. Yo, your number's still the same? Yo, I'm definitely going to call you. Now, I'm not saying that it might happen that day. I'm not saying it may happen that month, that week. It may not happen that year. But if they see the consistency on your end, seeing that you standing on what you standing 10 toes down on what you're believing in, the Father will then bring that soul, because we on probation. The Father's not just gonna bring anybody to you. You got to be able to fit the criteria. And then when that time is right, the sister's gonna say, yo, it's been 2 years now, and I have literally watched you not eat a single crab tail, a single lobster tail. What's going on? Whatever you believe in, you must stand strong about it. I would love to know more about it. I'm a bantu? Untu? I mean, they did take us from West Africa. You saying our big brother was walking in the Holy Land and it was in Africa? Is there any classes I could attend? Do you have any things in the Bible I can read that can justify this? Yo, look at Genesis chapter 13, verse 1. Oh, I would definitely look into that. I'm going to call you. And that's how it starts. This is how everybody come listening to me, come following me, because they see that I stand 10 toes down on this path. I may fall off, I may go do this, but my foundation remains the same. My son's name is Adonai, which means soldier in the East Coast language. I ain't playing with these heathens. And people is like, yo, you really devoted to this. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say it one time. You crazy? This is what being the light is. This is how you become the light. This is how you change the world. Everything is done with decency and order. And the first order that you was doing was listening and obeying your mother or father when they told you, bring your ass downstairs and come help me with these crab legs. You're not defiling your temple. You're being obedient to your parents. Because the Father may want you, but the Father that's sitting on the throne may require you to go somewhere where you didn't want to go. Same thing he did to Jonah. And Jonah praised the Father he was a righteous man. Because if he was a wicked Pharisee, he would have sabotaged and risked his whole life, and everybody would have died just because he wasn't doing what the Father was doing. You see how everything goes hand in hand? You must be learned. You must humble yourself. You must see the word for what it is. Stop overthinking. Stop trying to be the overreader, the overteacher. I'm not trying to be nobody's overteacher. I'm still learning to this day. I look forward to when the big bro is putting up lessons together, and he'll listen before the lesson even start. He'll say, "Junior, what I'm about to bring forth is about to blow your mind. You better go get you some wine." I said, "Big bro, after the lesson about church, anything that you bring forth ain't no wine that's gonna help me ease the pain and the anger and the frustration and also the enlightenment and the appreciation and the love and the happiness that I'm getting." And then I'm able to dissect that, process it, internalize it, and bring it forth to you guys. And the Father knows I'm not giving my perspective. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just giving it to you the way the Father put it out for you to understand. See, it's religion. It's the Pharisaical mentality that took you away from the word that's as basic as day. It's basic. It's not hard. It's religion that's making it hard. It's the word faith. It's the word spirit. It's the word is faith, spirit. Believe. These are the things that's making things hard. These are the things that's making the things that's easy to believe, to make it, to perceive, to be far-fetched. It's the interjections. It's the stuff that they add. I mean, come on now. King James got the best writers. Writers in those times were sorcerers. They was writing with the pen. Are you dumb or are you dumb? What are you not understanding? But the Father purposely allowed them to put it like that, because if you was able to just get an understanding just like that, then the Father wouldn't be able to show the world his glory. You got to work. Let me tell you something. Let me speak to the Bantus for a minute. Let me tell you something. You got to work for the foolishness that your forefathers did. We got to work. You think the Father just going to give it to you that easy? You think the enemy just going to give it to you that easy? You got to work, playboy. You got to work, shorty. You got to work. We got work to do. Study to show yourself approved unto him. You got to prove yourself to him. He don't got to prove nothing to nobody. He's not coming halfway to meet you. He did that with your forefathers and they violated. So he ain't doing that no more. The only thing he's doing is this. He been winking his eyes. You know, like Pops from Fridays. I got my eyes on you. That's all he's doing. And even that he's getting tired of. He ain't meeting nobody. You got to come to him. He's not coming to you no more. He's not giving you the word just like that. Because if you want to be technical, the easiest thing that we as his children need to follow and understand is the goddamn laws. Understand the laws. Keep the laws. Let that be the vocal point. Let that be the foundation of where you stand. And if he see that you sincere about keeping that law, then he's going to open his eyes to other things. Then he's going to tell you, oh yeah, so about the laws and the feast days, right? So, yeah. So, you know, you was keeping Passover in March. Yeah, that's a dub. That's not how it goes. It's supposed to be in September. The New Year's in September, October. You know, March, you know, around this time. You know, April around this time. Oh yeah, they told you it was Passover. It's Tabernacles. Oh yeah. So yeah. So you know, drinking the blood and believing Jesus was your Lord and Savior. Yeah, that was the dub. That's not true. You're not supposed to drink blood. They killed your brother. They killed your family member. And shout out to the elder. He said, every time you drink the blood, you pledging allegiance and you giving honor and you saying thank you for killing our big brother. And we're going to drink his blood like vampires. Whether it's metaphorical, whether it's spiritual, whether it's whatever. The fact that you are drinking it and the cup like this is red and you cocking it back, you are doing the same thing. It doesn't matter where you at. You can be in the Middle East. You can be in Africa. You can be in Quebec. You can be in America. You can be in the Caribbean. You can be in Asia. If you taking this and you cocking it back, and when you finish, you say amen, and you do this, you are saying thank you for the murder. And if you go inside an organization that says, we're going to do this, but we're just going to change his face. We're just going to put a black face. We're going to change the name. We're going to change it from Jesus to Yeshaya. From Jesus to Yeshua. Oh, they got the new Bantus out. You know, the Bantus that's waking up. They don't listen. They listen. They call themselves Bantu Israelites. Listen, hey, at this point, when you want to associate Africa with European understanding, at this point, man, listen, and I don't want to sound mad, I don't want to sound mean, but yo, fam, just jump off a cliff, man. Just save everybody the trouble and just jump off a cliff. Because spiritually, yeah, you are the epitome of a confusion. Just jump off the cliff. There's no time for that. I will put you in my truck. I will take you to whatever cliff you desire, and we'll pray together. You pray to whatever God you pray for, and I'm going to pray to the Father Sonini and say, yo, Father, please, this man is so dumb. Are you dumb? Father, he going to say it too. But let him jump, and wherever he lands, if you decide for him to come into in your presence, that's on you, Father. But yeah, just get up out of here. Please, we got no time for that. Bantu Israelites? What? So I'm a Bantu, which is people, and I'm an Israelite. So now I'm a Israelite people. Oh my jeez. Wow. But yeah. Oh my jeez. Yeah. So this Pharisaical mentality is not going to get you into the kingdom. I'm sorry. See, this Pharisaical mentality, you then want to become separate. You know, you're a separatist, right? You're over righteous. I just showed you the definition behind it. You become a social organization. So in order for you to be a part of that, in order for you to be accepted, to be considered a righteous, to be accepted as a child of Akobi, you must go through their rituals and be accepted amongst them. Then you good. Then you good. But if you try to bring forth your own doctrine and your own teachings, you become the enemy. You become overtaken by spirits. Meanwhile, through the whole time when you're part of these organizations, they keep telling you got to be in the spirit. But when you leave the organizations or you bring forth your own understanding, you have been overtaken by spirits. You see the Pharisaical mentality? You see it? But these are the same people that's going to tell you. These are the same people that's going to tell you. These are the people that's going to tell you that if it's not their way, you're not getting into the kingdom. Of course, we are the children of the firstborn. But the firstborn name was never changed to no goddamn Israel. Isis Rael was not our name. That's an insult to our father. How our father got such a beautiful name as Akobi or Jacob, and now you're going to change it to Israel. You're going to change his name into a doormat. Because that's what it is. It's a doormat. 1948. It was created in 1948. Come on, guys. Walk right in. Walk into this door. It's a doormat. It's a doormat to the Talmud. It's a doormat to the satanic infrastructure. It's a doormat to Lucifer's house. The third temple is chilling, waiting for anybody to pull up. Pull up, come through. Come stand before on this wall and go like this. Catch a seizure right here. Catch a seizure. Beautiful. It's magnificent. Come on now. That's what it is. And they disrespect, and this is the highest level of disrespect they do for your father. They tell your father's name only means supplant. Who he supplanted? Who he supplant? Do you see the disrespect? So now our father he's a supplanter, which means he's a thief. Because to supplant somebody means I swindled you, I robbed you for something, I took something from you. So he's a thief. Our father Isaac is too blind and dumb in the air to not understand the difference between his sons. That his wife would lie to his husband, so then that means that she wasn't virtuous. Because a virtuous woman is supposed to honor and respect her husband. She's not supposed to do something like that. You don't see the story. But, Esau was drinking blood, man. Esau, he like his with blood. Everything, every story, when they setting up the Hollywood script, that's why they call it scripture. When they setting up the Hollywood script, they got to make sure it's set up right. They got to make sure the blood is getting stirred up. Jacob was making stew, but it had blood in it. And then Esau drunk it. He said, oh my God, what is this? I need it. Oh, give it to me again, like a weirdo. And Jacob said, I'll make it for you again. I'll cook it for you however you want it, baby. Just give me that birthright. Hey, I'm about to die. I don't care. I'm about to die. Let me get that. So now I swingle him. I got him. So now let me go swingle my pops now. Honey? Your father about to die. Your father about to die. Come here. Come wrap your hands around with this. Listen, Mama Love was waiting for this perfect moment. She was waiting for this perfect time. She went into the stash and got some dead fur and wrapped it around her son and said, baby, put this on you and go talk to him. Yo, come, go talk to him. Esau, here I am. Esau, that's you? You sound like Jacob. Come over here and let me touch your body. Damn, Esau was hairy. Esau was hairy like what, a monkey? How hairy was he? I'll rub your body. Oh, Esau. Yo, I gotta laugh. You know why I gotta laugh? It's because people we really running with this Pharisaical teachings. We're running with it. And we're standing on it. We don't even care that it don't even make sense. The only thing that matters is we Jacob. His name is Israel, so we Israelites. It is what it is. 1948, they stole everything. They stole our traditions. We taking it back. We're following it. We're gonna do it how we're doing it how they're doing it. We're just, instead of them playing Yiddish and Hebrewic music, we're gonna put some rappers together and we're gonna get right. We're gonna get praise. We worship you, oh Lord. We glorify your name. Come on, guys. Everybody, clap your hands. Sonini, right? Oh no, you can't say Sonini. You gotta say all these Luciferian names. You gotta say Yah, Yahawashah, and then when you finish, you say, oh, praises be to hallelujah. And don't forget to drink the blood. Don't forget to drink the blood and eat the bread, guys. It's very important. It's very important that you partake in that. Because you pay homage and respect to what your big brother did. He died for your sins. He died for whose sins? He ain't died for nobody's sins. Read Revelation chapter 17. Read John chapter 17. You see, he said, your father, I did everything you told me to do. I came to those you brought me to, and you brought those to me that you told to them to come follow me. I did my job. And I hope that your work and your words will go on with these brothers and then continue doing. No way that he say, yes, Father, I'm ready to die now. And then on the 9th hour, they kicked in the door, raising the 4-4. All I heard was, Christ, you ain't preaching no more. They kicked in the door, right? And then nobody asked themselves, who kicked in the door? Let's see who kicked in the door. It was the scribes, the Pharisees, the high priests, the Jews. Can't forget about them. And they all gathered together. Read that, Matthew 27, read it. They all gathered together and said, yep, kill him. I got so much precepts. When the Father takes control, I just be, my bad. But listen, man. Woe unto the scribe and the Pharisees, for you are nothing but hypocrites. You guys look good in the outside. You guys got the fringes on. You saying Shabbat Shalom. You got the mitri on your head. But inside it's evil, it's dark, because you're walking and you following the ways of the dark men. You want to be a genetically modified. And you wondering why your numbers is dropping. You wondering why people is walking away. You wondering why demons and spirits is overtaking people. Inside of the very same place you said you're protected. From who? From what? My big bro told me that there's people that's still participating in this foolish locations, that every time they bring their children in there, when they take their children out and they go back home, they come back sick. Who's in there? How many people is inside of these organizations that took that medical decision? Where was your teachers, your superiors protecting you? Because that's their job. See, the shepherd's supposed to protect the sheep. Where was the protection when the wolves was attacking? Where was the protection? I'll tell you where it was. It was on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Not everybody's on borrowed time now. Oh, and when it hits the fan, let me tell you something. And I was talking to the big bro today. I already know. When people realize that they've been swindled and they've been led astray, they're going to be yearning for people like me. They're going to look forward for my big brother. And if it be the Father's will, if the phones is still active and the internet is still functional, I have no problem open up my heart, my soul, because that's my job as a messenger, as a child of Akobi, as a child of Sonini. I am supposed to protect his children. I'm supposed to be there for the fatherless and the widows. Oh yeah, all you guys that's in these religions are right now fatherless. Sonini is not with you. Satan is not your father. You may want him to be. You're begging for him to be, because he's giving you the nice cars, the house. He's giving you the rap careers. He's giving you this music career. So you have embraced your stepdaddy. But just like every stepdaddy, when the real father comes home, everything must change. And when the stepdaddy don't no longer want to be a stepfather, he's going to say, man, I'm tired of these children, man. I'm out of here. He's going to take him and his biological children are going to go where they dwell, sit back, relax, whether it's under a Buckner, whether it's protected by heavily armed security, While you who've been following to be like them is going to be left defenseless, eating GMO food, being around people that's fully sick, coughing up a storm, putting plagues all through the community. We're going to become scavengers. Then you're going to go looking for the Father. And then you better hope that he has that mercy and says, I'm going to give you my hands. Because when you read when you read the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 23, he says, what? I reached out my hands unto you. I beg for you to come. You rejected me. So when you go into your trials and tribulations, I am going to mock you. Matter of fact, let me pull that up. Because you guys think I'm playing with y'all. Let me share my screen because you guys ain't unlearned, right? Proverbs what? Proverbs 1 verse 22 says what? How long ye simple ones? So simple. You so simple. You fall for the things that even if it don't make sense, you so simply comply to it. Explain to me Genesis 32, simple ones. Top scholars. You so simple. Children, babes. Let read. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? How long you gonna want this foolish lies, this simple, so easy to dissect, so easy to see that this don't make sense, so easy. How long you gonna want simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning. This is the scorners of the Pharisees. This is you guys. This is your Christians. This is your Islam. This is your Hindus. This is the scorners. They delight in their scornings. And the fools that hate knowledge. You hate the knowledge. You hate the fact that I'm telling you you ain't no goddamn Israelite. You hate the fact that I tell you that you ain't supposed to be in a church. You hate the fact that I tell you what the heck is Christianity. Where did our big brother say, hey, I'm starting something called Christianity, follow me, and this is called Christianity? Where? Do you know who started it? Do you know who Constantine is? Do you know where these stuff stems from? Do you know where all religion comes from? I'm not standing on religion. They took our records and they're associated with religion. So when people like myself, bring forth truth, you then say you bringing forth your own doctrine and your own religion. I ain't bringing forth nothing but telling you need to come back into your fold, into your bloodline. You need to come back into your ancestors. You need to come back into your forefathers. You need to come back into your ways. You are royal. Your bloodline is royal. You supposed to act like a king. But you want to be peasants. You want to be peasants with perks. You want the Percocets. You want to be peasants with perks. I don't mind calling on a higher as long as I get an RV and a nice little mansion. I don't mind saying the Most High as long as I'm able to walk with 500 people in the streets of New York to support Kyrie Irving, who's a flat-out Luciferian. I just showed my big bro the man's tattoo. The man got a whole Yo, you know what? Let me finish. Because listen, you guys, hey. Right? And fools hate knowledge. These brothers hate knowledge. You hate wisdom. You hate truth. That's why I start every lesson with you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Then I go straight to Hosea 4:6 that we change the word my people to his children. My children are destroyed. Not confused, not wounded, not hurt, but destroyed. You are destroyed. Completely lost. Lost, destroyed, have no sense of turning back because you refuse to really take on the true position that you're supposed to have. We talk royalty, we talk righteousness, but in reality, we don't want that. We want to be righteous. Listen, we want to be righteous amongst the niggas. I said it. We want to be the top scholars when it comes to niggas. But when it comes to the Europeans, When it comes to the people that did the research, that compiled your books and the records and all of this, we come into a level of submission and seek to be acceptance. We go to them and say, listen, man, you may be the people, we the people too. We all got the same faith. We all got the same belief. I'm your brother, you Esau. And the European is like, yes, I am. Yes, I am Esau. Yes, we brothers. We brothers. We happy and we singing, but we're not colored. Do-do-do-do. Give me a high five. Are you dumb or are you dumb? And then we go to Islam. We go to Islam and say, hey, Osama. You've been lacking. Why you been acting like I'm not your brother? Come on. You Ishmael and I'm Isaac. Come on, Osama. You been lacking. Not been Latin. You been lacking. Why you been acting like I'm not your relative? Accept me. I want to go to Jordan. Can I go to Jordan and set up my own temple there? Huh? Can I go? Can I go? Can I go to Syria and chill with y'all? Wait, no. That's not where you can go. That's not where you want to go. Can I go to, what's that place called? Dang, what's that place called? Where all the celebrities go. I want to go there. And I want to vacate with y'all. You know? That's where I want to go. Come on now. You don't want no knowledge. How is Genesis chapter 13 verse 1 right before you? I posted on every video. I give you guys the lesson to show you the true location of Jerusalem. When you read the word tells you alone that Jerusalem shall not be inhabited. So, but you telling me that the Father's a liar? You don't want the truth. You want that fairy tale. You want the European sit still. This is what religion do. Religion has called brothers and sisters to sit still. Just relax. Christianity tells you wait for a rapture. Islam tells you to commit suicide and die for a purpose, and you're going to be with Allah in the heavens. You're going to be Allah in the heavens with 12 concubines. You're going to have 12 women waiting for you. And then Judaism tells you, wait for the portals. Wait for the portals. The portal's going to come. And when it comes, you're going to then leave you're going to get picked up in the flesh. When you're in the portal, you're going to be in the spirit. Then wherever the portal takes you, you're going to come back into the flesh. I mean, listen. So, like I said, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? How long? Let's go to 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. He's gonna, remember, his spirit is already in you. His spirit is gonna start waking you up. You're gonna be like, yo, this not right. You praying, you facing the east. You're like, yo, I'm facing this east. I've been facing this east for 7 minutes. I have no connection. I don't feel no God. I don't feel no Ahaya in me. I don't feel no Yahweh in me. I don't feel none of that. The spirit is calling you. The spirit is telling you not right. But you know what you're telling the spirit? You know the Father's calling out for you. You know what you're telling it? I rebuke you, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. Right? And then it says, I pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Right? He will make known his words unto you. So you're going to hear brothers say, Ele la sabatani means, it doesn't mean, my God, why have you forsaken me? Through the whole time our big brother was walking the scene, he was referring to the Father as the Father. But now when he's dead and he's dying, he's saying, my God, why have you forsaken me? That's a mockery. He's going to show you that when Rachel was dying, she named her son Ben-Onai. But you believe that Jacob's going to disrespect his loving, caring wife, the one that he revered and loved the most. And she gave a name, and he's not going to grant his dying wife that name. He said, nope, that's not the name. Her name is Benjamin. What? Let your wife die right now. I'm talking to the men. Man, even for the women, let your husband be sick and his last wish, he's dying on his deathbed. And he's like, yo, honey, I know you pregnant with my son, right? But I'm dying. But if he come out, I want his name to be Applejacks. You may disagree with it, but due to the fact that's your husband and you love him, that little boy gonna come out, his name gonna be Applejacks. And if you was to change his name to Lucky Charms, you already know that you ain't gonna sit well. And don't be shocked if the husband comes send the spirit to come hunt your ass down. Are you dumb or are you dumb? What? That little boy coming out Applejacks. Yo, what's your name? Applejacks. Come on, man. Let me finish, man. Let me finish. Right? It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refuse. I have stretched out my hands and no man regardeth. Right? But ye have set a naught all my counsel. So you ignore all his counsel and with none of my reproof, right? Also, look at 26. Also will I laugh at your calamities, and I will mock you when your fear cometh. And when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Right? For they have hated the knowledge, and they not choose the fear of the Father, Sonini, Nanini. And I'm going to leave it as that. I know I was long-winded. I know I you know what I'm saying? I know this won't be long, but you know how I be feeling when I come on, you know, when Pops jump on, I got to keep my foot on you heathens' necks, right? Right? Yes, Dubai. Brothers want to go to Dubai. Yes. The law is a living frequency. Yes, that is fire. Praise the Father. The fruits of the Spirit is that Sonini is the spirit of the Ubuntu. Hope I'm spelling it right. Listen, you getting it right every day, sis. Praise the Father for that. The Holy Spirit, I learned that the Holy Spirit was wisdom. The Holy Spirit is your mother. Okay? The spirit, anything with the word spirit, if it's not the Father putting spirit inside of you, or he's using he put his spirit onto you to wake you up, meaning he's in you, something in you shaking, like you see how you came on, like, yo, that's the Father's spirit that's inside of you. That's that fire that's building up. That's the understanding. That's the revelation. That's the eyes that's being opened. That's the truth that's being brought before you. He brought you like, yo, I'm going to bring you to this brother named Junes. I'm going to bring you to the brother named Junior. I'm going to bring you to the elder. I'm going to bring you to all the brothers that bringing forth the actual truth, not the bantu Israelite. He's not going to bring people there. He's taking those things down. You understand? So yeah, Mama Love, that's listen. Like the word said, wisdom is known of her children. If wisdom is inside of you and this understanding, she dwells in you. If you are her child. So of course she's gonna tell you what it is. Of course she's gonna dwell in you. When the Father finished creating everything, it was her that finished the icing on the cake. Just like when a woman gives birth, she gotta push. She go. Nothing is out of the ordinary. Everything is the same. When a woman's giving birth, she's pushing out the life. Just like when the Father finished creating Adam, she said, into his nostrils. And Adam was alive. She blows on the wind, on the seas, and the seas got life. Come on now. Women are just as important as the man. But it's the Pharisaical teachings that's giving us false directions. Because the Pharisaical teachings won't go and get you into the kingdom. You got to oversee, you got to let go of this Pharisaical righteousness. Pharisaicals are everything that the Father hates. A prideful look. How are you prideful? How you try to be prideful in jail? How you trying to be prideful in prison? Come on now. Make that make sense. Come on. Right? Yes, the fruit of the Spirit is in our epigenetic DNA of our ancestors. Facts. He was having dinner with the people that needed help. You're supposed to have dinner. If you the light, sis, and I'm the light, right? Now, two of us together, if we going on a journey together, that's different. But if you gotta go somewhere, like, yo, I gotta go take care of business, that's your job. Go over there, go handle that. I'm gonna go over here and handle that. But the foundation remains the same. That foundation is being a light. The only way you're gonna be a light to a wicked world is following the ways of the Father, because the Father is the light. In the beginning was him. He is the light. That's it. And you become the light when you do what the Father likes. Ooh, let me say that again. You become the light when you do what the Father likes. And what's that? Keeping his commands. That's the only way the world is going to know he exists, by keeping his commands. The other nations knew that he exists because we was keeping his commands. That's why they work so hard. That's why they working hard right now to keep us away from keeping the command, because they know without a shadow of a doubt, but let's just get 5 million people keeping the laws. And I'm talking about to this whole totality. That's 5 million people. The Father's going to bring wrath. See, right now, the Father's giving little bits. The Father's giving us bits and pieces. He's ready. The Father is ready. The angels is ready. The angels is like this. Hands, B-boy stands. Waiting. It's us that's taking so long. Father's ready. If my people, if my children will humble themselves and call upon my name, when we all start saying Sonini, Modimo, when we start saying these names, and we separate ourselves from all things of Cain, oh, the Father's going to bring the pain. Oh, man, listen, it's going to be earthquakes, thunders, hurricanes, tsunamis, everything. And you don't see it happening already? But when that time comes, it's going to be in an abundant, everything's going to happen simultaneously, all at once. The Father's waiting for us to get right so he can open up the gate so we can get on the boat, get on the planes, get on the boats, go into the places. He's waiting for us. But he's not letting us come there with no European mentality. You come over there, you're going to die. You come over there with that, you're going to die. I'm telling you this right now. I don't even want to go over there. I'm so focused on trying to get right tremendously, 100%, that, listen, all right. Yes, drinking blood. You're not supposed to be drinking no blood. You see the definition of the Pharisees. You love the big bro. Of course, it sounds better. You relate to it better. Oh, and Jesus with us. What? I'm not a Roman. I don't want to talk like that. I don't even talk like that in regular. Ask the big bro. We'll be having conversation. Sometimes I got to catch myself. I'll be like, wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm talking to the big bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a chain of command. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? Like me talking right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is how I'm gonna talk. So I speak in the ways that I understand how my big brother talked to me. That's the big bro. And you heathens violated, and you Hebrews are violated, and you heathenites are violated. And this is why I stay on 2 hours to keep my foot on you heathens, Hebrews, and heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Yeah. Listen, they've been in that place. Centuries is not even the word. The true Hamites, they tell you who they are. They are the people that have the relationships with the fallen ones. Who taught Cain how to kill? Read the book of Enoch. Who taught warfare, weaponry? Who told Cain to grab this brick right here and crack them upside their head? Who taught him that? You have to come from somewhere. You have to see that to be a part of that. The stories is deep, and like I said, there's a lot of hidden information, and the Father's gonna unveil. Like I said, the Father's waiting for us. When He see that we complete obedience, when He sees that we are complete royalty, royal priesthood, and we don't take that position and that title in a way of puffing up our chest to condemn and feel like we better than anybody. When we take that understanding and complete humbleness and meekness, oh, the Father's gonna listen. The Father's cracking up the floors right now. You think the floor's not gonna crack up and things is not gonna end up getting washed away, end up somewhere, end up in the hands of somebody? Somebody's gonna pass it to somebody. Somebody's gonna pass it. Listen, the Father works in His ways, man. The Father said that He left the earth. The words are in the earth for a reason. The earth is gonna bring it to us. This man is not gonna give it to you. The enemy is not gonna give it to you. Vanderbilt not going to give it to you. King James not going to give it to you. The word said no man shall redeem you. Nobody's going to redeem us. Giving you the truth is a level of redeeming. It's a level of redemption. They're not going to give you that. They can't afford that. Because they know what's after this. They know ain't no sunshine where they going. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is why I try to tell my people. I even tell the Wiz, I'm like, yo, listen, like we got to kill their vocabulary, how they talk. Like, even if you in pain, you could be in pain and not use profanity. You can be suffering and going through your trials and tribulations, be mad at the world and not speak like them. Because when you speak like them, when you say, oh, hell yeah, you saying you giving praises to their homeland. You giving praises to where they dwell. You giving praises to where they come from. I don't come from there. I'm not speaking that. I don't want no association with that. The word hell don't need no association with me. That's why when I see people say they was Hellenistic Jews, what the heck is hell doing with Jews? Because that's who they are. That's what they are. That's what they do. That's where they come from. That's where they dwell. That's what they smell. That's how they feel. That's how they talk. That's how they walk. Let them be. That's not me. I can be as mad at the world. You ain't never going to hear me say, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell no. Nah, we ain't supposed to be talking like that. Don't put no hell upon your temple. Hell and the temple of Sonini don't go together. True word. You ain't supposed to speak that. Never speak that. Ever. Never say F, man. They created the word F-U-C-K because they like to do that. They like to be amongst each other. They used to walk around with no clothes on and say, hey, you wanna fuck? Pardon my language. This is what they said. Yes. This is their tone. This is their language. This is their speech. And it's sad that we have adapted and be accustomed to it and allow that to be a part of our everyday lives. But there's certain things that we can control. We can control the foolishness. We can control saying hell. We can control saying the F word. We can control saying the B word. We can control saying SMD. We can control saying all of this foolishness. We can control it. But the problem is we making it hard. And this is why the Father is sitting back saying, listen, I hear you keeping the commands. I see that you walking in my way. I see that you seeking me, but there's still a lot of cleaning up that you got to do eternally, externally. Stop trying to clean everybody. That's our problem. This is what the Pharisaical teaching has done. We so focused on trying to clean everybody, we ain't even cleaning ourselves. And then, listen, the Father, it shows you that in the scripts. It shows you that in the word. Our big brother was saying that you guys are like polished. You guys are like polished, polished gold and glass and all of these things. But you look good in the inside, in the outside, but the inside, ooh, it's pharisaical. Ooh, it's devilish. Ooh, it's evil. Ooh, it's hell bound. Come on now. Facts. Let it go. Yeah, it's 1948. That's them. Uh-huh. Listen, it's not unusual. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Peace. And nurse, shout out to you. I've never, if this is your first time, I'm happy you came in. Pardon me for the 2-hour, close to 3-hour lesson, but when the Father is doing His will, we are stiff-necked nation. Sometimes you gotta keep your foot on their neck so they can stop breathing the European air and desire to be, reciprocated with Sonini. So the Father got to put back the breath of life in them. And sometimes He might use me. Sometimes He might use the sisters. Sometimes He might use the elder. He's going to use everybody. But nobody not going to be able to leave this earth and say that they ain't get the truth. It's over for that. I'm telling you. Be laughing at these people. Right? Yes, that's who they are, barbarians. Peace, bro. You got them down. That is how all of them be act. I'm telling you. But listen, they put the word to their neck. It be right here. Go on YouTube right now. It be right here. It's like they can't see. That's probably why they can't see Genesis chapter 13, verse 1, because it's so like this, they so focused like this, they can't even see the lies. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I used to be there. I used to read. I used to preach. I used to do it all. I was doing that even before I even got out the ward. I was already there. Like that, me doing this speaking right now it was ordained for me to do this. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I went to one of the teachers and I said, yo, listen, I'm thinking about doing this. The person told me, no, don't do it. Because you want me to come on and you don't. This is what he said verbatim. He said, "What you want me to come on your show and you don't even have enough followers for me to come on." I say, but that's not even the purpose. And even so, your presence will bring in followers. But again, see, when you look at somebody like me, I look like somebody that's not gonna follow rules and regulations. Like, look at me. I don't. Me subject to rules and regulations. If it ain't Sonini, I don't want to hear it. You feel me? And you can never tell me I can't do something. Like if you want to see me do something, just tell me I can't do it. And then tell me I can't do it, and then say this is what's gonna happen if you try to do it. Oh yeah. What? I'm gonna get what's gonna happen to me? Oh, definitely now. Now I'm engaged. Because I don't play like that. Don't give me no ultimatums, okay? I stand by that Biggie concept, okay? I'm from Brooklyn, okay? Niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being scared of a man that breathed the same air as me. Y'all should listen to that song. It's a very good song. All right, let's continue. Come king, shame the devil. Nah, Purim is a dub. Who told? Where did the Father tell us do Purim? What? Who? Okay, okay. Even if, let's just say Purim is what it is, right? Let's just say Purim is what it is. So you will have Hebrew Israelite brothers tell you that Christmas was taken from Purim. The custom was stolen from Purim, right? But when you look up the history behind December 25th, they've been serving that since the Babylonian times, since Nimrod was alive. So when you say, see, this is what this is when you unlearn and you uneducated and you just happy to be a part of something. When people feed you something like this, you don't overthink it. So, but they bring forth Purim, right? They bring forth Purim. We then keep Purim at the end of the year the same way the Babylonians keep Christmas at the end of the year. And we give gifts. But the difference now, Purim takes it up a step one. Instead of giving one gift, we give two gifts. And the same time of Purim, and you going gift shopping falls in line the same time brothers and sisters is going shopping for Valentine's Day. And a lot of you people don't know the story behind Valentine's Day. I'm gonna bring my big bro on. One of these days, I'm gonna bring my big bro on. The reason why I don't want to bring him on, because the message and the knowledge that he has, it just, I don't know. When we get up there with numbers, then I'll bring him on. Because what he bring forth, you're going to need a glass of wine because your head is going to hurt. I promise you. The first thing I want him to bring forth is the church. The church, listen, the church, let me tell you how real the church was. The church story was so real that my computer died. I mean, no longer stopped working. To this day, it's not working. I had to buy a whole new Mac software. Stop working. Gone. Finito. $1 mera. Guarida $1 gone. Finite. Just because of this lesson. And I told him, I said, yo, big bro, I don't know what you did, but the devil that was inside my computer said that was a dub. Shut it off. It shut everything off. Phew, not working. Never came back on to this day. Yeah. Yeah. Dudes, these making you fruitcakes. Plan B. The Father's name is dreadful amongst these heathens. Yeah. Shout out to the big bro. You see my big bro Respawn right here? Yeah. Wait till the big bro come on and he gonna talk that talk. Yo, you guys' heads are gonna hurt, man. You was never dumb. You was never dumb. You was never dumb. See, you got to always understand something. The Father is guiding your path. You was never dumb, because to be dumb is to be a reprobate. Let me say that again. To be dumb is to be a reprobate. You was never dumb. You was just on a journey. Just like I'm on a journey. Your journey is you on a journey to go back home. Let me say that again. You are on a journey to go back home. You was never dumb. You as smart as it can be. You was as awoken, as enlightened as anybody can be. Your IQ, your spiritual IQ is more powerful than Albert Einstein himself. Albert Einstein wished he could have the IQ that you have, the connection, the person that you are with the Father. Oh, he would die for that. So you wasn't dumb. You've always been found. You've been found. I want to let's put it like this. You wasn't dumb. You was just underground drowning with the waters. You got to submerge and come out a whole new person. You was still in that water. And now you cut out the water, you got a towel on, you know what I'm saying? You know how women do when their hair get wet, they got the blow dryer, they drying up their hair. You did all that. You know what I'm saying? You wash your face, you cook up some food, you pour some wine, you sat down, you open up your YouTube, you look for something to watch, and the father said, here's June's right here. There you go. Oh, man, well, he talking some what? What? He going against these. That's exactly how I was feeling. Word. Wow. He's right. Everything that I've been feeling for years is making sense. You see how the Father works? That's how the Father works. He was preparing you for the real truth. And I'm not saying I got everything. I'm still a baby. I'm still learning. But we are on this journey together. And that journey is to go back home, Sub-Sahara. And we going back home. Let's continue. Let's continue. Only begotten. That's wrong. Yes. Of course, all of them is Masons. Uh-huh. Big bro, you already know. Hey. Yep. You can only be a lost tribe of Israel if you have Jewish DNA. Yep. Mm-hmm. Listen, pharmaceutical. That's the new. This is how when you see them in the street, you just say, look at these pharmaceutical human beings. Pharmaceutical. Yep. She said the Father's name is eloquent and beautiful. It rolls right off the tongue instead of the names that make you spit on yourself. Yo, big bro, you heard that? That was fire. Nah, let me save that. I like that. Let me save that. That was fire. I gotta save that. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Damn. You guys wrote a lot. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Yes. There we go. Yes. Be all things to all men. You think the Father's gonna give you this word? The word tells you freely give and freely receive. How you got all this knowledge and all this wisdom and you just sitting on it. And the only time you bringing it out is when you go to Shabbat. Or when it's a bunch of you brothers together and then one gonna read, one gonna hold the flyers, one gonna hold the posters, and then we just gonna rebuke everybody. We just gonna rebuke the spirits. I had brothers like, yeah, man, you got to go on the train ride, man. You go on the train ride, man. It's different than being outside because these people be on the train. They got to hear you for this amount of time. Do something. We going from from the beginning of the train ride all the way to the end. That's a 2-hour ride. Who about to do that? And then brothers is doing that, and then you feeding them lies. And then not only are you feeding them lies, you feeding them information to condemn them. So now I had a long day at work. My feet hurt. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna cook for my children. I'm tired. I probably want to rest. And you come in here saying you're gonna bring the word, you're gonna bring the righteous teachings, you're gonna bring the righteousness, but yeah, you using it as an opportunity to condemn people. And then when people get agitated, your response is, you see, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's not no spirit. You bringing forth the spirit that the Father Sonini spirit doesn't like. Oh, my bad, because he wasn't meek. He wasn't a beta. You got to be subtle and calm, long suffering. That sounds weird, bro. Fruitcake. You got to be in the you got to be in the spirit of the fruitcake. Because David was a warrior. Nehemiah, warrior. Even Ezra, who guys want to follow the Purim, she was a warrior. Your big brother was a warrior. He didn't have to fight. He was sonning these people. That's why they wanted him dead, because he was sonning them. It was like, yo, man, answer this. You want me to answer your question? Yo, answer this parable right here. You answer anything you want. And when they could not answer, he just turned his back on them and walked away. And then they looked at each other and they consulted together and they said, we got to kill him. Find fault against the brother so we can arrest him. But yet they telling you they want to kill him, but yet he's telling you guys that he was ready to die. He came here to die. I digress, man. Yeah. The righteous is supposed to be taken by force. Let's go. Yeah. Bantu Israelite. What the heck is that? The heck is that? I'm a Bantu. I'm a people of Akobi. Big bro may say chosen people. I'm his son. I'm his child. And that's how I'm moving. I don't want no titles where other people can take ownership, because a Jewish person could say, "Look, we the chosen people. I'm Jewish. Yeah." But tell the Jewish people, is Sonini their father? They're gonna say, absolutely not. My father is Yahweh. So I'm his child. That's where I stand with it. That's my pops. I love him. You know what I'm saying? I know I got a lot of work to do personally as far as keeping that commands to the T, to the foundation. I got work to do. I know. But, we got to do what we got to do. Yes, we now know Israel. Isis, Ra, and Al. Yeah. It was a door. Yep. I'm telling you, they be on the wall like catching seizures. I'm like, yo, they listen. They was giving you the symptoms, the side effects of the C-19 before he even hit the scene. Oh my Jesus. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. Lord is Baal. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep, Dubai. I've totally forgot. Big bro, when the Father takes control, I don't be remembering nothing. I just be ready to just slice and dice with no after school price. You heard? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Listen. I know I'm anointed when the Father says, "Job well done." Right now, I'm just making up for lost time. I'm making up for all the wrong that I have done, all the people that I have hurt, all the drugs that I have sold, all the robberies and the things like I have so much work to do as for myself. You know what I'm saying? For the true admissions of sin. You know what I'm saying? True repentance is not just repentance. It's to be aware of what you've done wrong. Try to correct your wrongdoings. Seek forgiveness for the people you done wrong to. And then the Father's going to work. So this is what I'm trying to do, every day. You ain't dumb. You very woke. You know what I'm saying? You very woke. I'm telling you, listen, sis, let me tell you something. When I tell you how the Father operates, once you have a true understanding of how the Father operates, right? You're gonna see that everything, everything that goes on in your life is literally placed there on purpose. Like everything. You know what I'm saying? Like even me breaking it down like that is I know what the Father is doing. You know what I'm saying? I know what the Father does. The Father allows you to go through the motions. We had to go through this Hebrew Israelite door in order for us to come to Sonini. We had to. Because the Hebrew Israelite door gave us the only thing that mattered to the Father, and that was keeping the commandments. You understand? So when you go inside that door of keeping the commandments, you're then now saying, look, Father, I'm ready, or should I say, I'm ready and willing to be obedient unto you. I'm ready for this. I'm ready. And when he sees that and he feels that, he says, you know what, my daughter? You know what, my son? I'm gonna now start showing you that where you was at, the things that you was a part of, and no matter, and don't listen to whatever people tell you. Whether you left the church on your own, you got into a disagreement, you got kicked out, whatever the circumstances is, everybody's purpose and mission is different. Okay, but the focal point is the Father using you, your vessel, your temple, your eyes as a lens to see what he's bringing forth. And when you receive that, your job is then to proceed to go and teach those that's lost in the source. Because us as colored people, guess what, people? We're lost in the source. We are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And then the pride, the Pharisaical pride, the mentality that we have, we hold on to these things, right? And we use it as a justification into why any knowledge outside of what you want to believe, the traditions and the customs and the followings of man, right? Anything that's outside of that is irrelevant. This is why they put the words doctrine in there. And doctrine falls in line with your teachings, your belief. This is why they put heresies in there. So it could be like, look, see, if you a heresy and you go against, I can show you the definition behind heresy. Heresy is to be opposed, to oppose the teachings of the Roman Catholic Church. Look it up. Look it up. Heresy, look at the definition. Don't look up the Strongs. Look up the definition. You're going to see that it says that it's a heresy. Somebody to be a heresy, somebody that goes against the Roman Catholic Church and their belief. This is a fact. So they put certain things in there so you can feel guilty when the Father start waking you up. Right? These churches and these organizations have precepts, they got precepts purposely there to feed you stuff to make you afraid of leaving. You can't, you know you're not supposed to forsake the assembly. You know you forsake the assembly. You know if you go back, forsaking the assembly is like you saying you going back to the world. You know you got baptized in this man's name. You got baptized. That means you're supposed to serve. You're supposed to live and serve. You're supposed to be a part of the body. You're supposed to be a part of the church. That's what they tell you. Even though the church is making you drink blood, fornicating, partying. Come on, man. You know how many stories that I done heard where even the deacons is out there slapping other women in there, man. Come on now. This is supposed to be the house of the Lord, right? The Lord have mercy. Come on now. All of these things is here. These things is here. It's just we just naive. You know what I'm saying? We not seeing the signs because we so hypnotized. You get hypnotized. You get hypnotized by seeing something different, right? You get hypnotized. You go inside of a congregation, you seeing people You seeing black people acting civilized. That's like, wow. People not cursing, people not selling drugs, people not smoking weed. That's something different, right? We see that. But you forgot that this whole infrastructure was put together with a pharisaical mentality, right? So the outside look good, it looks clean, but we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what happens after you say, all right, guys, Shabbat Shalom, peace, I love you. You hop in your car, you go left, he go right. You don't even know, you probably dealing with a top-notch pedophile, murderer, drug dealer. You don't know these things because we're not building up a nation. We're just supporting an organization. Let me say that again. We're not building up a nation. We're supporting an organization. When you read the scriptures, everybody know everybody. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody knew everything. I knew where you work. I knew what you was doing. I know where you at. I know what, you know what I'm saying? Like we was all amongst each other. Everything when a part of these organizations is secret. I don't know. Everything is done in secrecy. You don't even know what your teachers is doing with the money. You know, the hard-earned money that you literally have to bust your ass, stand on your legs. I don't know your job. I don't know nobody's job description, but I know people are working hard for their money because ain't no nigga gonna get free money in this world ever again, right? So you working hard for your bread, and then you giving it to brothers and sisters who stand in front of a TV screen every day. And say and put these organizations together, and the first thing that they do is, yo, how much money is in that church, man? Yo, we gonna need that. We gonna put it in the pot for emergency. And then when the emergencies occurred, 2019, 2020, 2021, hey, there was nobody was calling. Who can I run to when everything's a dub? You feel me? You feel me? And when I bring forth these things and I say these things to people, people look at me like I'm hating. Oh, yo, man, you're not in the right spirit, man. I gotta pray for you. Pray for what? You need to pray for. And let me say this before I conclude, right? Why would you pray for a brother like me when you got people in your own family, your own household not following you, but you're going to waste your prayers on me when you're supposed to be taking your time, your talent, your wisdom, your supposed light for the intimate people that's in your family to get them out of darkness? I took my moms out of darkness. I took my children out of darkness. I took the wife out of darkness. So my ratio, it seems a little better than y'all. So I don't think you should be praying for me. I think you should be praying for yourself. Right? Because when you pray on somebody, that's like an animal that's trying to devour. They prey on their enemies. Don't pray on me because I have become your enemy. Because I'm no longer following your customs, your ways, your teachings, your morals, your principles. I'm not doing that. I'm not telling my children to drink no goddamn blood. My Savior did not die for nobody goddamn sins. I'm not telling anybody to submerge in water. I'm not doing that because I also know that the submerging in water is also a Luciferian ritual that's done in every single satanic order, whether it's the Freemasons, whether it's joining the Illuminati, whatever. All of these people participate in dipping in some level of liquid substance. I'm not doing that. Yo. Start your channel for the Bantu woman, please. And if you need me to be a guest, you know I'll come on. Just know I'm coming with the fire. I'm keeping my foot on heathens and Hebrews and heathenites next. Next week, Samba, I'm going to do something for the sisters. And I'm going to title it The Characteristics of a Royal Virtuous Woman. Ooh. See, a lot of women is like, yo, what do we do as women, as children of Akobi? How do we How do we preserve our royalty, our royalness in a wicked society as being a weaker vessel? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. And for the women, let me tell you something. If you got a man and you got a husband, it's easy for him to conform. You got to do the things to conform him, right? You got if the first thing a woman must do, and I'm just going to give you a preview of what I'm going to say. The first thing a woman must do to get a man's attention is complete obedience. Complete silence. You and your man do something and he's talking crazy. You say, "I'm sorry, honey." Because now that's a curveball. That's what you just said? Did you just apologize? "I'm sorry, honey." And then you proceed, even though it's irritating you proceed to make him dinner. And not just any dinner. I'm not talking about making him spaghetti and meatballs. I'm talking about a full course meal. When you on that stove sweating, you make him that food. You there after he finished eating, or before he starts eating, whichever or. You say, "Baby, you finished?" You turn on that water. Say, "Yo, babe, I left the water running for you. Go take a shower." He then takes a shower. And you don't got to tell him nothing. You don't got to tell him nothing religious. Don't say nothing. He's going to say, "Yo, baby girl, what's all of this about?" You don't say, "Well, I've been reading the Bible now." You don't got to say that. That's not the time for that. That's not the time. What you do, you say to him, "You are my king, and I love you, and I can't be nothing without you. You are you more important to me than my father. You are more important to me than my mother. You are more important." You let him know that he is everything for you, that there's no life of you without him. When he sees that, he's going to say, "Baby girl, you all right?" Then he's going to see the level of obedience be a continuous cycle. It occurs every day, every night, every week, every month. It might even be every year. You know what he's going to say after that? "Baby girl, you praying?" He's seeing you praying. He's seeing you saying Sonini. He's seeing you doing all of that. He's now going to want to be interested. He say, "Yo, baby girl, the heck you doing? I like this. Do they got chains for men?" "Oh, of course. Would you like something?" "Oh, yeah. Give him me." Because I'm sure me and the brothers is going to relate, because, you know, the way that I don't talk like TD Snakes. There ain't no Creflo, take no dollars over here. I'm going to talk it how I walk it, baby. And he's going to see that. He's going to say, "This man is, so I can be me and still walk with the Father? I ain't got to be no square. I ain't got to be no sucker. I ain't got to be no beta. I ain't got to be no ass kisser. I just got to fear the Father and operate with authority and be the warrior and be a leader and be a king. Yeah, I like that." What's the Father's name? Where we from? "Oh, yeah, you know what, babe? I think we need to take a trip out there. What's up? You wanted to go to Puerto Rico for vacation. We going to Africa." And that's how you change. But stay tuned for next week. Stay tuned for next week. Oh, we gonna be in Falls Bay. We're gonna be in all those places. Yeah, don't worry. But listen, guys, listen. It's been 3 hours. Listen, look, the Deadly Lioness, I know you don't want me to say there's no time. I know. But I want to go eat now. Okay? I want to get me a lamb burger. A lamb burger. Yes, I said it, a lamb burger. I want to eat some lamb. You know? And I want to sit back and drink some wine. You know? And then I got to come back and prepare to give you guys the podcast, because you know I am Mr. Keep My Foot on You heathens, He-Grows, Heathenites next. Yes. I listen. I got you. So just stay tuned. Just stay tuned for next week. And if I do forget, because I tell you guys this all the time. I go through my motions. I look around my community. I see how my people is acting. And then the Father says, you got to talk about that. And then I say, you know what? You was absolutely right. And then I come and I talk about it. And the revelations, the things that I bring forth is not of me. I just say the things because I just want you guys to see how simple the word may be and how pharisaical our mentality has become from all of these religions that has been displayed before us, and how these religions had deliberately separate us from the Father to the point where some brothers is no return. But for those that are able or crawling back, like I'm crawling back. You calling, sis is crawling back. The Bantu princess, she's crawling back. Like all of us is crawling back to the fold in a sense of, damn, I was really out here wilding. And that's what the Father wants, because that's the first step of repentance, is acknowledging your faults, humbling yourself, not using that as a response to saying, yo, man, I did this. Like even saying, oh, I'm dumb. Like, nah, Father ain't calling you that. Father, you the most intelligent person of it all. You become dumb when you say, man, I'm about to sell crack, man. Forget all this keeping the commandments. I'm selling drugs. That's being dumb. That's becoming a reprobate. That's becoming the servant of Lucifer. It's your brother, man. Yeah. It's your brother, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I came to you guys live. I give you guys me. You know what I'm saying? I keep it 3.5. No 411, 3.5. For those that know what a 3.5 is, that's the good stuff. That's the bare minimum of some good. You hear me? And I tell you guys to come back to the Father, man. That's it. Claim what's yours. Denounce these religions. These religions is designed to keep you away from your crown. Ooh. But I'm going to leave it as that. And thank you for the round of applause. It means a lot to me. Again, all praises be to the Father. Keep the commands. Do what's right. And for those that don't know who I am Mr. Who? Mr. What? Mr. Keep My Foot. You hear me? My foot on you heathens. You he-grows. And the newly installed heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Let's hear the Father say one time for the one time. And I'ma holler at y'all. One.